Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Aussie Gaming TV. We're coming in live for what is going to be one heck of a matchup tonight. The ESL ZEN League qualifiers. This one going to be between Avant Garde and GrinnyBankers. We're live on camera. We're a bit green, a bit warm in the face. Obviously, working with the camera is a bit new to us, but nevertheless, my name's Judge. I'm joined by the wonderful Coop K, and we're going to be getting into this one soon. The players are joining the server now in the GoTV. We can see that. We're obviously being GoTV. We're a little behind, so the game is underway, obviously. But we're just a little, we're slow to the party. We're waiting patiently before we come in for this one. Coop, let's talk about this match that's ahead of us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the upper bracket final. Two teams who really deserve to be here. I mean, Avant's win yesterday over Trident was certainly...
It was substantial.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was certainly what you want to see from a team that do want to get to this land final.
Exactly.
And now they come up against GrinnyBankers.
And I mean, talking about that win that we had yesterday for Avant, if we have a look at that. So, first map, we had a 16-9. Avant taking out first half 10 rounds to 5. That's a good first half for them. They went on to then, of course, take 6 in the second half to make that 16 mark. Second map, they come through, and again, 10-6. So, consistency in terms of round wins. But definitely some dominant first sides for them. If we look over to their opponents, though, they're playing against GrinnyBankers.
Exactly. And they did beat Skyfire 2-0 yesterday. The first night was a 16-7. And I believe, looking at the map, I'm not sure if that does whether we can see what map it was, but certainly the first map was 16-7. Second was 16-11. Obviously, Skyfire is probably a little bit less caliber than obviously a winning over Trident, but certainly you can only win what's put in front of you.
Exactly right. I mean, beating Skyfire like GrinnyBankers did, unpacking that a little bit more compared to playing against Trident. Avant, one could argue, had the tougher matchup going into that. Yet still, both sides of the top bracket, we see wins coming through for both teams, and by similar scorelines, 16-7, 16-11, going through for, of course, GrinnyBankers, and very similar for Avant. So we're expecting a good matchup tonight, guys. It's going to be interesting. My pick for this, I've got to say, I'm expecting this to be 2-1.
Yep.
I think that both of these teams can bring it to the plate. I'm not going to say it's going to be a landslide on either map, though. I'm expecting about 4 round wins difference in all matches.
Well, thinking about what Avant's done on Overpass so far this tournament, they've been very, very good on it, and have tried to get on it at every opportunity that they've been able to. You'd probably expect them to take the first map pretty comfortably. I'm not sure too much on GrinnyBankers' history on the map, but it's certainly one that you would expect them to take pretty comfortably first up, and then I'm not sure I think it's Mirage is GrinnyBankers' pick.
That's right.
And then Cobble will be played as the remainder. Certainly, I did see a couple of these GrinnyBanker guys on Cobble last weekend at the Arena LAN. Wasn't exactly, they got picked apart quite a bit, so certainly it'll be interesting to see if we do go to this third map, how it does play out.
It'd be nice to see a third map. Now, while this warm-up still plays out for us on the GoTV, we are going to go to a quick break and just get things set up for that one. Stay tuned here on AGTV for this wonderful matchup coming up between Avant Garde and GrinnyBankers. Once again, my name's Judge, here with Coop. We'll be right back.
Force.
Gentlemen, we're back here on Aussie Gaming TV, coming in for what appears to be the knife round, and we've got, of course, Avant Garde against GrinnyBankers, but we had a lot of suicides at the start of that knife round, Coop, so not sure what's going on with this one.
Maybe it's indicating that Avant might not really care what side they actually do start on to start this one. As Karath mentioned last night, being on the CT side, probably a little bit more advantageous in terms of rotates with the small time it takes to rotate between the A and the B side.
Yep.
But certainly not a bad move either way.
And look, gotta say, advantageous is the word you've used here. Gonna expand on that pun a little more. I think that we could see some big things coming out of Avant. Like we discussed prior to this that Overpass is Avant's map. They have consistent good performances on it, and we want to see one of those come out in this one as well. Of course, we've got the eco coming out here. We've got some flashes on Decibel and a smoke as well for Avant on the T side. On the side of GrinnyBankers on CT, we've got the armor, 5 armor coming out, 1 decoy, and big first pick of the night from Noisier, taking out Texter.
Yeah, exactly. Good opening pick from them. It allows them to come in towards this A site, kind of just take control a little bit, mate, and create doubt in the CT's mind as to what they're going to be planning later in the round. But certainly a good opening pick there for, I think it was Noisier that ended up getting that first one.
A great pick there indeed. With a minute 18 left in this first round, we're going to see the CTs post up now, covering the A site with Bass, the Lone Wolf, near B.
Yeah, interesting setup from the CTs here. I think they're reading a little bit too much into the opening pick because the Ts are actually going to make their way towards the B site very slowly. I'm not sure if Bass is going to pick up on this too quickly, but it's certainly, with only one member on the site, it could get a bit hairy.
It certainly could. Sync is sitting up, having an overwatch on B, and picks up Noisier as well. It's going to be SK firing from down near the pillar to try and get a poke onto him. Bomb is being planted. There's Bass picking up one, looking for a second now. Zedski going to get the turn, picks up one, looking for another, is going to find Badge, and now it's SK. Flicks picking up Zedski. SK at the back of sight. Going to be looking to keep the hold on this one, using his flash now so he can push out and see if he can take out these CTs. He's facing off against one now. Damage gets dealt, misses. There it is. There's the tap. Flicks goes down. Sync picking up SK. Now waiting to see if he can get Kalth. He's gone to bait the defuse. Found him, but Kalth puts him down. The 100 HP advantage over that 33 there. Too big to deny.
Yeah, the guy who is in heaven, I can't quite remember who it was, but probably need to pick up more than one kill there on the advancing Ts as they got onto that bomb site. Probably hamstrung the retake a little bit, but certainly good after bomb positions there from Avant Garde.
And big rounds from both Zedski and Sync as well, taking out 2 kills. So they've started off pretty well here.
Yeah, they have, exactly.
Now, as we move into the second round here, we do have the scout on the side of GrinnyBankers. They're going to be looking to use that to get some early picks off here in the mid of the map. On the side of the Ts, though, SK picking up the AK. So does Kalth. The umps, a good pick up for Decibel and Noisier and Zedski getting that Mac 10. Of course, almost full nade buys on the side of the Ts as well. Desi, Noisier and Zedski loading up. Kalth has the flashbang going to look to use that to get some advantageous picks.
Yeah, exactly. And the CTs have put 3 towards this base site, and I think that's another one in connector as well. So certainly, thinking that there's going to be more towards a connector / B play. Texas going to take down Cal. Going to get traded out there by SK, and the T's are just going to start converging towards this A site.
And we're going to see Zetsky going to rotate and pick up that bomb now. That backing up there, picking that up, looking to re-establish position. There's Sync, get some information. We've got Noisier down there in the door. Bass sitting on site, though, waiting for a push on A.
Desibel here is going to get that opening pick, another pick there on Deflect. It's going to make it a 4-on-3. Going to create a little bit of doubt because I think the rest of the CTs, I think there's one towards Graffiti, but the rest are actually towards this A site. And it's going to be interesting. The T's are going to make their way up towards A. Noisier is going to split with the bomb, with the 2 other remaining T's out of the 4 are going to be towards this A long area.
We see Zetsky looking to push up here. Bass does have the angle covered from sight with that scout. Need to see some big shots come out here if going to hold this. Here's no shot there as the flashbang comes out from Zetsky. Zetsky looking for one. There it is. Takes out Badge with the swap to his pistol, but it's going to be Bass taking out Zetsky. This has allowed now the plant on the opposite side. It's a little bit of the bait and switch happening here.
Yeah, exactly. Great bait and switch there from Avant. Pretty much exactly what they needed to do because there was a bit of a stack in personnel towards the A side after that initial trade frag there from Avant, and certainly a great eco coming out here from Avant. Pretty textbook.
Pretty textbook indeed. And we've apologies for that. There we go. Bullets are now on screen. Those were missing. Come back in now. We're fixing the production slowly, Coop. We've got it here, though. Like you said, 1v3. Sync going to look to save this scout with SK, Desibel, and Noisier. Desi and SK looking for the pick here as they rotate around. It's going to be found, though. There it is. Sync puts down Desibel. SK getting the pick.
Yeah, exactly. Good to deny Sync any sort of save there, regardless of whether it was just a pistol armor. Certainly leaves the CTs in a world of hurt. They're not going to be able to get a buyout at all. Probably not even any armor. Might go for an upgraded pistol buy, but probably not. I mean, Texas is going to pick up the P250, but that's about it for the GrinnyBankers side.
As we see round 3 get underway, it's an eco once again for GrinnyBankers. Like you said, stopping. Oh, there's a real fail nade from SK. Yeah. Going to tag up Noisier. Like you said, without that save, that scout missing now from the CT side, it's going to be a hard-pressed round for them. Easy picks for Kauf, and Zetsky getting most of the damage done there. He's going to fall down to Texter with a tap. Kauf picking that up, looking for a third here. Bass is tagged, and there it is, 3K for Kauf. What a round, and what a way to start this one.
Yeah, exactly. Only one dead now for Avant. Certainly they want to keep it that way. Don't want to give any sort of advantage away to GrinnyBankers, whether that be a weapon or whether that be the fact that Avant might need to buy up into this 4th and 1st gun round. Cal is going to spot Badger down there towards A long. Not going to get the full damage off. He's going to run into Sync, who gets him down to 8 HP, but Cal responds and actually takes down the kill. Not exactly what Sync was probably wanting to happen there. As we run into a little bit of a Go TV bug, I think. Yeah,
a little bit of Go TV lag. There it is. We're back here. Badge looking for Kauf. Kauf hiding in toilets. Going to get tapped. And Noisier getting the team damage. Going to finish Kauf off. But it is for the round win. Desibel finishing off the opponent. And that's now 3 round wins for Avant Garde.
Yeah, and we will see the T's come into this round with a buy. Sorry, it's the T's come into this round with a buy. Bass is going to pick up the AWP straight away. Looks like it's going to be a glass cannon though. So certainly very, very risky play to start off the first go round. There is also going to be a Famous on Badge, as we do go back into the map, which I'm not exactly sure why that is.
We're having some issues.
nights when we were younger, and we would never sleep. So let's forget about tomorrow and live for tonight while we're free. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive. From the dust we will awaken, and life will fill our veins. But these are the moments that we live for. I can keep it inside of me. And our hands will touch the sky. Tonight we're coming alive.
Welcome back, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the delay. We are heading back into the game here. It's been a reset. The teams are getting things sorted out now. We had a massive ESEA server crash. So, of course, being helpless casters at the whim of ESEA, we just had to wait for that to get resolved. But things seem to be straightening themselves out now, and we should be good to go in just a moment. We are going to leave you waiting and watching the warm-up before things get underway. Stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on Aussie Gaming TV. My name's Judge, and I'm joined by the wonderful Coop K. Once again, we're heading back into the game now. We've got Avant Garde on 3, GrinnyBankers on 1. So when the stream cut out last time, obviously the ESEA server crashed. We didn't get to see the last round, but GrinnyBankers managed to obviously pull that one back, and now we're looking at a 3-1.
Yeah, but considering the domination of the first 3 rounds from Avant Garde, they do have enough money to be able to buy into this round quite comfortably. Not full utility, but Zezki still manages to pick up an AWP, so certainly not going to be too much of a hardship losing that round. But this is probably the first real impact round in the sense of whoever loses this goes onto an eco. Yeah,
exactly right. And this is the first time that we're seeing these guys really full buy against full buy. And we're going to see the first matchup. There's Calf against Texter, but the open door, that's flicks onto Calf. SK looking to pick up the revenge kill there, but not going to find it through the door as the flash comes out. Now Bass waiting on the site. We've got Sync down in the pit looking to get a pick here. Plenty of spray coming out as the T's try and get some more picks to make their advance. Of course, it is 4-4, 1 pick for each side. The health advantage technically laying with the T's.
And in a 4-on-4, it's always going to favour the T's because of, it's 4-on-4. There's only going to be 2 on either side. You don't have to worry about one kind of being rogue in mid, although Overpass doesn't really have a mid sort of section, so it probably isn't as much of an advantage compared to other maps. But the T's are going to make their way towards the B site. I mean, the utilities coming out now, what utility they did have is going to be thrown onto the site. There is going to be 2 members here actually going to be receiving the Zedski with a nice opening pick there onto Badge. Flix is going to trade that out. Going to get a second one there through the smoke on Desbel, and that's just a meat grinder there on the B site.
Look, did not expect the blender to come out, but it has. And what a beautiful display we've seen come from Flix and Sync on that B site. They really held that well. That's now going to put them, of course, 1 round ahead again. Now a 2-3. It's looking like GrinnyBankers launching their offensive from the CT side, of course. Making sure that they're winning these rounds to take into the second half. After we've seen what was a dominant performance from Avant Garde for the first 3, I really hope the GrinnyBankers now can take this momentum they've got. Obviously, they're against an eco round now. We'll have to see what Avant Garde can do with these pistols. The Tech 9 being picked up by both Noisia and Calf, my favourite. Well, let's see if we can get some nice danks coming out.
Yeah, interesting setup because Noisia only has armor. So he's the only one that has armor. So I'm assuming that's more of a moneyed reset player. He's going to put that to immediate use, however, and he's going to take down Texter. Fast here with the AWP. He's going to be receiving. He does get the tag there onto, I think it was SK. Going to be, T's not in a world of trouble. They do have the man advantage, but they have been spotted and they are going to hightail it towards this B site because if you have a look, there's 3 members of the CTs towards this A site.
Now we're seeing the spray from Sync. He's on B, the Lone Ranger The rest of the GrinnyBankers side still sitting on A, waiting for it. Of course, they did get bait and switched out in the second round, I should say. They don't want to make that same mistake again. Sync waiting here for picks, but nothing coming through.
No, exactly. Sync's the only one on this B side as well. I'm not sure because of the way Overpass is set up. I'm not sure if there is one CT towards the Heaven area. We can't really see that too much. Flix is going to trade Noisia there. He's going to see SK. He's going to get that second kill there on SK, who was low to begin with. The two remaining Ts are going to head towards this A site. Deswell gets taken down by Flix, and now it's just Zedski left on 1-on-4. He's going to get taken, 2-on-4. He's going to get taken down by Bass, and now it's just up to Calf. In a 1-on-4 with a Tech 9, no armor. They don't know where he is, but they have a fairly good idea. He's going to run into Flix there. Going to take out Flix, but he's going to get traded out by Badge with the 5-7, and that's the third round there for GrinnyBankers.
Pistol against pistol. Badge swaps it out and gets the pick. And as you said, that's the round coming through for GrinnyBankers. It's tied up now, 3 rounds apiece. And that's kind of going with our predictions. I mean, we did see a 3-round lead from Avant Garde. It's now been tied up by GrinnyBankers. We said these games would be close. I don't think we're going to hit many overtimes at all. I think that these games are going to be won out clearly by about 4 rounds. But in saying that, GrinnyBankers catching it back up, making me feel a little shaky on my AV pick.
Exactly. And the CTs are going to have 2 orbs. They're going to get quite aggressive towards the short area. Tech's going to take down SK and Desbel, who weren't even looking because there was 2 other CTs towards this short area. Now it's just going to be left in a 3-on-5. The remaining Ts are towards this B site, although I believe that might be Calf there towards, coming back towards Party. I think he's going to try and pinch the guys in connect, try and catch them a little bit off guard, but I think the CTs might be ready for this one.
I think so as well. And looking at how the CTs are positioned, you can see it on the map. Oh, looking for the pick here. His badge gets tagged up. Well, just noticed that. There we go. That's a bit better. We've got the health and bullets on screen now. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. But looking at the positioning now, Zedski running into one. There's the flash out. Turns around. He's going to pick up Flix. Is he? No, the spray not going to go in his favor. Flix taking out Zedski now. It's Calf and Noisia left on this one. Now, I was going to make mention of the positioning of the CTs and how it was different. We had an aggressive push up through mid towards toilets, and that then really skewed the Ts into a corner from their spawn to B side. So that push from the GrinnyBankers really made it hard for Avant Garde this round, and I think that's been the game changer here. Sync with the aggressive push, gets the pick on Calf. We got Flix waiting for Noisia. Noisia gets Texter. Flix going to get him in the back, and GrinnyBankers taking the lead for the first time in this first map.
Yeah, great round there from the CTs in terms of positioning. Texter with a nice push through. I think it was connected to get those 2 initial picks. Certainly restricts the Ts into what sort of map control they actually have to work with to try and execute onto a site, and just pretty much just creates doubt in their mind, and that will flow on into these next couple of rounds of thinking, oh, they're going to do the same thing again.
Exactly right. Now we have seen some good damage come out on the eco rounds from Avant Garde. Let's see if they can do it with this one. Big nade coming through from Texter and Bass, cleaning it up, taking out Calf with the AWP in the middle here. It's going to be a very hard stack over to the B side. That's the bait gone now, as we see the entry coming through. SK looking for this one. No flash. There's the flash. There it is. Picks up Sync. His teammates looking to gain dominance on the side. Zedski picks up one. We've got Flix in heaven here looking to pick someone up. He's going to go for the bank off of the pillar. It's going to be the flame as well. Then Incendiary getting some damage down. Texter gets Noisia. Big pick from Flix. Looks for Desabel, and there it is. Flix doing very well in this round. That's a 3K for him. 1 for Texter, 1 for Bass, and the defuse as well. GrinnyBankers really doing well. They've come out of the show. That's 5 straight round wins.
Yeah, great reset there from GrinnyBankers. It was probably just the utility that they had compared to what the Ts had that really got them across the line in that round with 3 players left, because that Molotov probably put a lot more pressure on the site than was probably the Ts were probably thinking was going to be put on there to begin with. But certainly, Zedski's going to pick up the AWP once again, and we're going to have a good AWP battle here now between Zedski and Bass once again.
We certainly will. I think Bass going to look to win this one out again. He's getting up onto the bench, blinded by that flashbang, the smoke down to cover the angle. Zedski looking for him, but he's not going to be there. Zedski at the back of playground now. He's got the bomb. He's going to drop that off for one of his teammates to pick up. Zedski moving long. Not going to be anyone down there for him to find, though, as the CTs are all based around mid and B side.
And what happened a couple of rounds ago where the CTs got really aggressive. You can see that's kind of playing into the minds of the T's here a little bit. They're checking everything. They're kind of sitting back, but that doesn't matter for Texter, who does manage to take down Cal. Put into a 5-on-4 advantageous situation here for the CTs. Texter is going to get taken out by SK though, and that brings it back into a 4-on-4.
Certainly does. Badge is heading up the back of A side. Noisia getting Bass here, and it's going to be Decibel lurking on B, waiting for the rotates. He sees Flicks, doesn't even... Oh, manages to get the spray. Sorry, missed the first initial set, but is going to take him down. Decibel getting him is a nice pick for the Avant Garde side, but Badge reciprocating the aggression, taking out Zedski. And now looking for the rotate onto the B side. Obviously, A is clear. B has to have something going on. And beautiful smoke out to heaven. Sync, though, putting that incendiary down just shy of where he wanted to hit on that pillar. Decibel rotating now, waiting for the drop. Then picks up Sync. There it is. And now the 1v3 situation. Clutch or kick, please. Badge. He's going to be tagged up. The incendiary coming out. That's the Molotov. And the T's have this side. It's going to be Badge moving back and saving.
Yeah, great utility utilization there from the T's heading on towards that B side. That smoke pretty much meant the CT, who was in heaven, really had no other option otherwise to try and flash out and jump down and try and get that surprise pick. So great work there. Badge is going to take down SK actually. So he is going to telegraph his position, but also make it now on a 1-on-2, trying to save that AWP. The T's probably aren't going to let him though, although they got close to his position, but then just kind of slowed right down.
I think the fear of getting more exit picks was what stopped the T's there from Avant Garde going after him. Better, of course, he's had 3 health at the end of that. Not sure if that was actually communicated to the other teammates. They could have just run around pre-fight and got him. But in saying that, it's I think that just waiting, letting them have the AWP, as they're going to be able to have a full buy this round anyway. Yeah. I think that's probably a better idea than losing potential AKs.
Exactly. That's actually going to be on the AK. Not going to have quite enough money there for the AWP. T's are going to make their way to the B side. They're a little bit grouped up here. I'm not sure if they're going to try and push through this smoke, because there is 2 CTs on the short area. Flicks is going to get a flash, but he's going to take down 1. But it is now a 3-for-2 trade, so they're just going to be left in a 3-on-2 here for Avant Garde. As they head towards this B site, they are going to smoke the site, which is a counter to that Molotov that has been thrown from heaven the last couple of rounds. Badge is still left here at Toxic though, so certainly he's going to take down 1, but then he's going to get traded. So now it's down to a 2-on-1. Bass is going to be towards this ABC area with the AWP. Not exactly a great weapon to retake unless he finds an opening pick here rather fast.
Now he is looking at these angles. He's taking his time. He is prepared. He's got a kit. He has a bit of a clue, but I don't think he quite knows where the enemies are. It is planted for this short, of course. He's rotating around, looking for the aggressive picks. Goes for 1, and of course, angles are covered. Zedski helps Kauth out and gets the kill on that one.
Exactly. And credit to the T's where it was due that they got onto that B site pretty clinically, used their utilities quite well, actually. Stopped that Molotov that has been thrown the last couple of rounds from doing any sort of pressurized damage, and kind of creating perceived pressure there. So certainly great round there from Avant Garde, and it's now 5-5.
Now, do have to give mention to Flicks and the dominant performance that he's already put on. He's got quite a number of kills, sitting at about 15 now.
Yikes.
So I'm thinking moving forward for Avant Garde, big picks from Texter here, who is the other carry. That's 2 now, and Bass picking up the third 2v5, and no damage even done to the CT side yet by Avant Garde. So I think if Avant Garde can now move, they are playing the T side. They do, of course, have to be aggressive and take these sites, but they're not quite playing for picks enough. And when you've got the CT side of GrinnyBankers coming along, playing very aggressive picks, playing aggressive angles, and really intimidating the Avant Garde side, it almost seems that AV's too scared to move.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about the perceived pressure, because Texter actually hasn't pushed that con area for a couple of rounds. Does it again kind of when they're a little bit off guard, and does manage to pick up 2 kills actually. So certainly great work by him. I'm not exactly sure what Decibel was doing there, just coming out towards long with no utility, no flash whatsoever. It was pretty much just a sitting duck for that AWP.
And we're going to see Texter picking up another here from Noisia. And there it is. Texter's just got all this perceived pressure. Sync picking up SK trading up a badge before falling. That's going to be another one for GrinnyBankers now. So they have had 6 rounds in the last 8 rounds.
Yeah.
They've had 6-round wins to the 2 from Avant Garde. It is amazing to see the comeback that GrinnyBankers has launched, and now the dominating pressure they're having from the CT side. I mean, this is Avant's map. Avant picked this in the vetoes. The next map being Mirage is what GrinnyBankers picked. So looking at this, with the match pause coming out now, we are going to just pop the waiting screen on.
Half, because we have seen Avant do quite well on this map in the last couple of nights, so
Yeah.
that will also be in the back of their minds going into the second half.
I think so as well. I apologise to anyone on stream that has missed what we've been talking about. We did have some audio issues there. They're all fixed now, ready for the waiting screen. We are still in a match pause, so I'm going to chuck a little bit of music on. We'll wait here, ready for the next round. Of course, the score is up on the screen on your left there. Overpass sitting at Avant Garde. Sorry, that's the wrong way around. And it should actually be Avant Garde 5, GrinnyBankers 6. And we're going to be right back here on AGTV once... Oh, no, sorry. No need to cut to a break. We're live back now, so let's get back into the game. Ready for this one.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude there, but did see that the game coming back to being live. There is actually only going to be 2 Tech 90 on the T side. It's not a full buy. The 2 AKs are actually going to get full utility, though, so that will probably be used towards some sort of execute here. Bass is going to be in his normal position up towards this sort of party area, just trying to see if there's any sort of initial aggression, initial map control coming out from the T's, but they do seem to be pretty relaxed here, pretty conservative, and just hanging sort of around this back sort of party area, waiting for aggression from the CTs.
And I think this is going to be that change in mindset we've said that Avant Garde need. I don't think that, like, they're playing a slow play now, but I don't think this is playing it because of the perceived aggression.
No.
They're playing it because they're just trying something different.
And they have 2 Tech 9s as well, so it's certainly, you either go aggressive or you go passive. You don't kind of split up.
There's no passive-aggressive in this
exactly, one. Exactly. You either do one or the other.
And as we see them move around the toilets area, obviously, moving the bomb around, trying to gain information, I think that's the key thing for Avant Garde in this one. From the way this game's been played, it seems the GrinnyBankers are the information specialists right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the T's are going to make their way towards this A site. We are going to see utility come out. Noisia is actually going to try and flash, Molotov onto that truck area. Going to be a couple of Molotovs coming out. Texas is going to be opening pick. Jezebel with 2 quick Tech 9 kills. He's going to allow him to get that bomb down. Now on a 4-on-3. He still doesn't have a gun, but he's certainly got 2 kills with that Tech 9 already, so it doesn't really matter.
We're seeing the Kobe come out, and there it is. Kalf now down to 14 health. He's going to look to poke. Will he pick up Flicks? He does. Now watching the stairs. He knows the Badge is there. Badge with the free fire, though. Going to pick him up. Noisy gets Badge. Sync gets Noisy. The trade's coming out, and it's now Dezabel and Zedski against the world. Sync looking for one here. He's flashed out. He's looking for the bomb. They're playing Ring Around the Rosie, and here comes Zedski from toilets. Gets the pick. Avant Garde winning around, bringing this one back.
Yeah, I've been in Zedski's position there before, and it would be so easy just to in that sort of pressure moment, just to click there onto, I think it was Cal. It was a Cal.
It was Cal.
That was there doing Ring Around a Rosie and just put himself in a 1-on-1 with telegraphing his position. So certainly great trigger discipline there from the T side. Certainly puts the CTs actually onto an eco. No armor whatsoever. Just 3 5.7s and 2 P250s.
And look, we do have the smoke and the nade, so that is GrinnyBankers holding onto the utility that they've been using to win them so many rounds. That smoke is going to be used in the midsection so they can cross over. No, so apologies, not midsection. They're throwing it elsewhere. A bit of a diversion on that one. Bass with the massive 1-dig, though. Going to take out SK. The secondary tap looking for the second kill. Not going to find anyone here. Flicks is waiting in toilet. Sees Noisia. Going to look for that pick, but Kalf puts him down with Noisia's help. The Lucky Socks, AK. Really helping him there. Looking for the pick down along. They're going to back out, though.
Yeah, great AK name there from Noisia. CT's actually did manage to pick up a UMP there from, I think it was SK, on SK's body, who I think had a UMP to try and get some money bonus. Didn't really work out for him, though. The T's are just going to be sending back towards this playground area. Going to come back. I think they're going to come back into the interconnector. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do, because I believe that is Sync who's actually pushed up in connectors. So whether he'll hear this rotate, I'm not sure. As the T's do start to make some noise, they look like they are going to go towards this B area. It looks like it's going to be Bass that's going to intercept them.
We see the 4v3 push. We have been called out. It was Dezabel that was playing Ring Around the Rosie. That's our bad, not Calth, sorry. But we are going to see... Oh, my goodness, Sync coming up on Calth. Knows he's there. The pre-fire comes out, and Sync picks him up. Texter moving on the flank. Picks up one, looking for another. There's two. And actually misses Noisia. Doesn't see him past the actual texture of his gun. So it is going to be a round for GrinnyBankers, though, as Noisia does fall. The last kill of the round, 7-6 is the scoreline. To be honest, a lot closer than I thought this was going to be, and actually going the other way in terms of scoreline.
Yeah, especially, I mean, the CT side is obviously the favoured side unless you have rock-solid executes, which in that case you might be able to get some sort of advantage on the T side. But certainly a great round there from GrinnyBankers. Just, again, perceived pressure. I mean, they picked up that UMP and it just played in the back of the mind. So the T's ended up taking a lot more time than they probably should have to end up, losing that round. SK and Calth are going to get 2 pistol kills, but it's going to be left in a 2-on-3 here. Sync's going to take down Noisia. Bomb is down towards this connector area, and Calth, even though he has an open armor, probably doesn't have too much hope here.
No, I mean, we've got one on A. That's Badge. Calth looking at his other angles to make sure that he doesn't get taken out from behind. We're going to be seeing him checking every corner now. He is playing the slow game. Flick's looking to get this bomb picked up. He's just waiting there past the smoke. Not going to go for it, just waiting for the bait. Hoping that Calth will come out and pick. But Calth, of course, isn't. He's going to be moving around now. Going for that long pick here and setting himself up for the long haul in this round.
Yeah, very patient here by Calth. He does have a minute on 50 seconds now on the clock. CTs are going to be in a triangle of doom here towards this bomb, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to do too much. I think he's trying to wait for some sort of aggression from the CTs, trying to work out where he is. He is going to find it in the form of Flicks, so he's going to put it back into a 1-on-2 now. The bomb is still down though, and Badge is going to make his way towards long. I'm not sure if he knows that Calth is currently not facing his direction. There's certainly an opportunity here for a flank. However, I think Calth's just pretty content here on trying to save that ult without dying.
I think so. I think you can see it now with 13 seconds on the clock. Calth doesn't actually have the time to pick up the bomb and get to either of the sites. So he's playing the time game. He's looking for the exit picks. He might find one here in Sync. There it is. Finds one and really just looking to hurt the economy of GrinnyBankers. Last man up is, of course, Badge, and that is going to be 7-6 in favour of GrinnyBankers. They managed to hold that one out. But the AWP is still on the side of Avant Garde. They don't quite have the economy to get a full buy-in utility going, but they're going to put what they have to good use. The armor, the head armor coming out, of course. We've got an ump here as well. Bad things happened when the CTs had an ump in their hands. Let's see if Avant Garde can have the same, I don't know what you call it, maybe luck?
Yeah, luck. Exactly right. In that sort of situation, it's all about getting those opening picks. Pretty much luck as to whether the opposing team's really looking your way. Going to be a quick 2-for-1 trade there towards Toilet. So we are going to be left in a 4-on-3. T's are actually going to be really, really quick towards this A site. Flicks is going to come up the connector on a massive flank here. I'm not sure if he is aware that the T's are actually all the way towards the A site already. Sing is going to take down SK there. As he is recepting these T's onto the A site. He's going to flash it. He's going to get a flash from his teammate. He's going to blind them, but he's going to be able to pick up a second kill. Calth is going to try and push him, although Sync is going to be able to pop his head off. And now it's just left in Zesky in a 1-on-2, and Flicks is going to punish him.
Well done to Flicks to get the damage down there. GrinnyBankers winning this one. And that's going to be the half-time. That's 6-9. So GrinnyBankers doing quite well to make it this far. The server is going to reset, ready for the second half.
And it's exactly what I said that GrinnyBankers need to have as a scoreline to feel somewhat confident. If GrinnyBankers were to get the pistol on this side, they're 12-6, almost 12-6, unless Avant Garde pull out something special. And it's certainly well on the way to causing what we would suspect to be an upset map win.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, Avant Garde picked the map, so obviously this is their map. It's been talked about, we talked about prior, that when we're saying, all right, what do we think the map picks are going to be? We actually were talking with Brainstorm, one of our other casters, and he was saying, Avant Garde, hands down, overpass. If they can pick it, they will. They've picked it, and they're failing. That is quite blunt and honest, but they are. GrinnyBankers on what isn't their map pick, should not be 3 rounds up heading into the second half, especially, You know, they've got the T side now. We did say that the CT side is the easier side for overpass. But in saying that, you know, I'm not sure I'm feeling it.
Yeah, exactly. The pistol round is obviously important here for Avant Garde. Probably critical in terms of getting some control back. I mean, CT overpass is certainly that if the Ts aren't comfortable on it or don't have a solid idea of executes or what they want to do or positioning, it can be a map that you can get a lot of momentum on very quickly. So that's gonna give some solace to Avant Garde as they come into this pistol round, but certainly a mountain to climb.
Certainly is. This pistol round is going to get underway. We're seeing the buys come out now. Match start. This is the second half. Avant Garde now on the CT side with 6 wins under the belt, and we see GrinnyBankers on the T.
Yeah, and we will actually see Desibel pick up a defuse kit, which is probably the right move in the sense that you obviously want to have one on your team for a pistol round, obviously, because, you know, it's 5 seconds instead of 10.
Exactly.
The T is actually... Bass is going to pick up a smoke, so it looks like he might smoke off the heaven area, would be my guess, when that smoke as they come towards this B side, but we'll see how we go.
Now Bass is looking to play, the whole T side is playing the slow game, looking for information and really grouping together to get a nice push on. I think they're going to catch out the CTs on this B site. We do have Kalf sitting here. He is on the site waiting for a pick.
Yeah, exactly, and Kalf is going to be here receiving these Ts. Aggression Texter is going to take down Kalf. Zed's going to get a nice one tap there onto Texter to make it back into a 4-on-4. Bomb is down though, so the clock is obviously ticking. Flix is going to be in this nice little position here towards water. He's going to take down Desmond. He's going to take down Neuja. He is going to see Zedski. He's not going to quite be able to take him down just yet, but they know exactly where these last 2 CTs are. Sink is going to take down SK, and then Zedski's going to get taken down by Bass, and that's all she wrote.
Big rounds coming up. Flix picking up the 2K and plenty of assists to share. Texter's almost hit 20, so is Flix, and 5 and 3 assists between them as well. The economy looking good.
Yeah, exactly. We will be seeing... Zedski will probably pick up armor, although doesn't look like he's going to, which is an interesting decision. Certainly you want armor if you're in this sort of situation, and you are. The rest of the team is forcing up. Not sure exactly why he hasn't gone for armor here, but certainly only 2 SMGs though on the T side, so probably not too concerned about getting money in the bank, more so than actually winning the round.
Yeah, exactly, and I think... Look, this is worried. This is what we were exactly talking about before, is that if and when GrinnyBankers win that first pistol round, they're going to be looking to pick up 3 straight away in a row. They're keyed up to do that now, and I think perhaps this buy is Avant Garde knowing that and trying to do their best to stop it. Trying to get this little bit of a reset, pick up the game again, and run with it.
No, I think you're exactly right. Will be interesting to see how Avant Garde, you know, set up for this round. They actually, obviously with overpass being the way it is, I think it's actually 3 towards A currently, so certainly an interesting read on what the Ts are currently trying to do. It's actually a correct read from what we are seeing so far in this round, although the bomb is all the way back towards party, so it will take a little while to get up.
They're playing for picks and they're not wanting to give Avant the knowledge of where this bomb is. Playing it back at party means that the front players can look for some picks, but then you've got the option for the rotate, which is what we're seeing here right now. The T's rotating round to B, getting the pressure onto this site. Flicks with the Kobe onto Desibel. It's going to be Kalf picking up 1. SK gets Sync. Kalf getting Flicks as well with the turnaround. Badge gets SK, and that's Texter putting Kalf down. 1v2 now. We're going to have a look at Noisia, who gets put down and floats away. Texter getting that kill. GrinnyBankers picking up that second one.
I'm not exactly sure who Kalf's second victim was, but he was pretty unlucky to die in that situation. That was Kalf with 1 bullet in his CZ, just turned around 180, tapped him in the face. That was some crisp stuff there from Kalf. Certainly good signs, although, you know, his team's down 6-11, that he's able to do that. It might prove handy. It might prove some confidence in a sense, coming into probably the next round, actually, when they do get on a bye.
Exactly right, and I think when we get that nice nade coming out, it's not going to find... Oh, it does find Noisia, sorry. Didn't think I would, but Noisia's going to be tagged down to 63. The Kobe, not going to be a kill, but going to be helpful as Bass comes up against Noisia at the top of the stairs. And now we see the T's all pushing the B site. Desibel waiting to pick up Flicks. Oh my goodness, my pronunciation. They're going to be getting the pick here. There's Sync on SK. Texter looking for one here on the shore. There it is. Texter picks up Desibel. There's the headshot. Flicks pushing on now. The Blaze going to be Cal's demise as he falls as well. GrinnyBankers running away with this one as Bass picks up Zedski, and Avant Garde is left 6-12.
Yeah, and great round there from GrinnyBankers. They didn't lose a single member, which is going to mean that even if they lose this round, they're probably going to get a bye into the next one regardless. So it certainly leaves them in a good position, knowing that, that it's not so much about winning this round, it's just about doing... I mean, of course they want to win the round, but they know in the back of their mind that if they do lose it, they're not completely up crap creek.
Yeah, they've got time. They've got time. And, and they've got the opportunity of that backup with a bye, and I think that's going to be helpful as well, leading into their mindset as they play out. I mean, we've been talking about the fact that GrinnyBankers have this perceived pressure over the map. That's exactly what Avant Garde needs right now, is to be able to step up to the plate. So as we do see the slow play coming up from GrinnyBankers, they're just waiting here. They're chilling in the playground, Zink hanging with the flowers, then the bomb sitting all the way down in the stairs. The GrinnyBankers taking their time. They've got the lead, and they can do that.
Yeah, and I think SK and Zedski are actually here in more of a bait and switch sort of role towards his A site, trying to catch out probably the first sort of player that they see coming towards this A site, although they're not going to see him just yet. They're actually going to go back towards the A site, probably thinking that if they haven't seen something like that, it's either a slow play or towards B. Cal, I think he's going to see a little bit of texture there, so certainly the first sort of sliding that the CTs have for this round. T's are actually going to make their way towards short. They're all kind of grouped up here a little bit. The smoke is actually going to block off the entrance, the choke point to site. But it looks like they may persist with this, although the bomb is actually back towards Monster, so they still have the option to rotate, and it looks like they're going to do exactly that.
They certainly are. We've got Zedski watching the angle there, looking for a pick, not going to find that. Oh no, he finds Flicks, opting to hold off his shot. The flashbangs coming out, halting the T's from their push. Zedski picking up Texter. That's SK on Sync. Zedski on Bass. SK gets badge, and a big round coming out from Zedski and SK. 3 and 2k each.
Yeah, great read there from Avant. They kept 3 members on the A site regardless of that early siding of the T's towards the B site, and it certainly paid off. I mean, did they lose a single member in that round? I think they might have lost one. So certainly a great consolidation around there, and it it's the first step towards this recovery of this 5-round deficit.
Exactly right, and I think, we were talking about the mindset before. This is Avant Garde coming into their own finally, or at least I hope so. We've got a couple of calls coming out, 16-12, calling it in the chat. I don't quite have that much confidence in Avant,
no,
but they certainly could do it. GrinnyBankers, though, have put on a dominating performance all game. Bass looking for a shot here. There's going to be no one sitting behind that smoke for him to pick up.
No, exactly. The CT's very, very, very passive like they were last round when they had 3 actually. They had an initial aggression, but then they came back towards that A side and there were just 3 members, sort of in a triangle position, triangle setup to intercept. The bomb is actually going to be towards the connector area. I'm not too sure. I'm assuming that with 2 members towards long, it's probably going to end up being an A execute, but it's not looking like that at the moment.
Certainly is not. As we see the slow plays again, time being wasted and ticked down. The GrinnyBankers looking for picks, which has been the way they've played pretty much every round, just in varying aggressions. So can't complain with that, as they're doing what's got them 5 rounds ahead. Zedski looking for one here, finds badge. There it is. That's the first opening in the defense. First chink in the armor for GrinnyBankers on their push. Avant Garde, look, that first pick is a big thing, and I think it's a big thing in the mindset of AB as well. Flick's going to pick up 1, looking for 2, there's 2. Now for 3, turn on Dezabel, looks for it, not going to find it. Kobe off the wall, but Dezabel, oh, there it is! That's 3k for Flicks on the opposing site. The plant's going down on A, and Flicks has come over. It's not a bait and switch, it's let me kill half the team, and you guys can just get the plant down and do what you like after that. Yeah,
exactly, and that sounds great round there. Zedski's now going to be in a 1-on-2 with the orb. He's going to go 4 HP though. He is going to try and come around. He actually, the bomb, he has the bomb, although I'm pretty sure there is a T around the other side of the box. He's just going to come around and tap him in the back and say, hey, I'm here and you're dead.
Just tap it in, says Sync, gets that one, and GrinnyBankers going 13-7. Match is paused, so we're just going to pop the waiting screen up while that's there. And look, this is a great match coming out already. Like the way that Avant Garde are really trying to bring this back is what I like the most. We are sitting on 7-13. GrinnyBankers so close to that win, they can taste it.
Yeah, exactly, and it would be a massive win for them considering that this is Avant's pick, and this is the map that they've been so dominant on throughout the progression of this tournament so far. So yeah, certainly they want to get these 3 rounds, but they don't want to get too far ahead of themselves. Certainly a great round there from, I believe it was it Flicks to get those initial 3 kills.
Yeah.
So certainly, despite that initial pick there, which was actually quite an ingenious boost, coming out there from, I think it was SK. So certainly a great individual land there from Flicks, which pretty much just got his team the round.
And the thing is that just opened the door. Like, Flicks was allowed to run rampant, and it was 1-1-1. It's not like he got a spray down and all 3 were caught in it and they just couldn't put him down. The issue was they just couldn't attack all at the same time. It was fragmented. Had Avant Garde, all 3 of the players, even if they were on a full eco, had they all pushed him all at once and got the angles communicated effectively, they could have taken him out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the second player who got killed by Flicks was a little bit sluggish. Not sure whether the first player didn't call straight away and was a little bit salty that he got domed straight in the face. But certainly, yeah. Great individual there. Great individual performance there from Flicks in that round.
Oh, exactly right. And as we see round number 21 come out, the scoreline 7 for Avant Garde, 13 for GrinnyBankers, and the Bankers again playing the slow game. They know they've got the time and the economy to wait this one out, play for picks, and then push in. Flicks is sitting on the B side again. He's on the long, waiting near the tunnels, and he's going to be looking to maybe get a 3K once again. I mean, Avant Garde should be looking out for that and should be better prepared, should be communicating more effectively. But this pressure, talking about perceived pressure, we look at the map now in that top left corner of your screen, and look how stacked it is towards the B side. We've got both Sync and Badge pushing down long, uncontested, because the pressure is all on B. Avant Garde seems scared of Flicks, and they damn well should be.
Yeah, exactly right. You've pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think Bass might not. He didn't see. I think it's Zetsky there, but certainly he's gonna run into him pretty soon. Not gonna be waiting. Not gonna be expecting those. Zetsky's actually gonna take down 2 before he gets punished by Texter. Probably shouldn't have been able to be put in that position straight away, but it's just SK, and I believe there's one more member coming on the rotate now towards this A site. SK is just gonna have a scout, so. If the T's use their utility effectively, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And yeah, Sync does manage to take down SK. Now it's just Calf here at truck. Trying to Dosey dying his way around it. He's going to take down Texter, who I don't think expected him to be there. Was planting the bomb in the process. They do know he's here now, and it's Flicks and Sync. Calf is going to burn alive and has to jump over that truck. He's going to get taken down by Sync, and now it's just left in a 2-on-2 here. Bomb is not going to go down, actually. He's not sure exactly why he would plant there. Although I do know that, yeah, the time is now out.
Time is up. Flicks is going to look to save this AK. Maybe an exit frag. Not going to happen as we see Avant Garde running down the clock, managing to take out that round. First time we've seen something like this happen in favour of Avant Garde, because GrinnyBankers have been playing the slow play and then just dominating around. Like, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, turns on, nades out, utilities working in their favour, flashes, smokes, and incendiaries, and all of a sudden, GrinnyBankers win. Whereas this time, Avant Garde managed to stave off that utility and even use the utility against the opponent. So it was nice to see Avant do that. It's now put Texter Bass and Badge onto a Tech 9. I mean, they can do a lot of damage with it. SK managed to take out Bass, and there's bomb down. This is a good start for Avant on this round. The smoke comes out, but the quick rush coming out from Texter. That's bomb secured. Goes for the tag on Zetsky. Not going to find it, and now it's traded 1-for-1.
Yeah, I'm assuming Texter would have known that SK was only on the scout, so that's why he went so aggressive to try and get that initial surprise. The T's are going to make their way towards A site, but there is actually 3 CTs here waiting to intercept this. Zetsky's going to get an only kill there onto Sync. Flicks is going to try. Badge is actually going to take down Calf. Flicks is going to get a kill there onto Zetsky. It's now actually in a 2-on-2. Probably not what we were expecting coming onto this this A site. Texter's going to get the bomb down. Flicks is going to come back towards this bathroom area, and he's certainly one to watch in this 2v2 retake.
He certainly is. We're going to go look over to Texter real quick. There's the scout shot, misses. That's going to be Noisy taking out Texter with the headshot. It's Flicks, left in bathroom, gets one. Dezabel takes him out, and Easy diffuses. He's got the kit, he's got a clue, and he's got a round win for Avant Garde.
Yeah, exactly, and it's another close round there. Even though it's a win for Avant, it's a very, very close round win. The last one was obviously a timeout, and then this one's now been a 1v1 defuse. Certainly, they're getting rounds on the ball, but they wouldn't be comfortable by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all. And I mean, the key difference there is the way that they approach taking down Flicks to win that round. They both watched a bathroom. Like, they both turned, watched it, knowing the Flicks would have retreated, looking to get the kills, the cheeky ones, and look to pick out. Oh my goodness, Zedski easy pick there in the tunnels as the rush comes through. And Noisia getting one, looking for a second now. Gonna get that as Dezabel with the backup. Zedski at barrels looking for a pick. Gonna get tapped. Waiting for it here. There it is. Zedski gets the tap on Flicks, and another one for him. Zedski going big. That's a nice 3K.
Yeah, disappointing around there for GrinnyBankers. Has, they brought up in a round, and just the initial aggression from, I believe it was SK, or was it Zedski with that all, certainly kind of put a dent in their initial B rush plans. So yeah, the T's are going to be left on an eco. We actually are going to see a pause come out here again, which I'm assuming, considering that Avant Garde have got 3 rounds in a row, is a tack pause from GrinnyBankers, but we don't have chat up, so I wouldn't be able to tell that for you at all. But certainly, 10-13 now in favour of GrinnyBankers. They do have a 3-round advantage, but it will obviously probably, unless they can do something special, will be a 2-round advantage. And yeah, it will be pretty much up to them now. Their lead is dissipating really quickly.
It certainly is, but look, 10-13. I think the GrinnyBankers have still got this in. We have just had the last 3 rounds won by Avant Garde. It was 7-13 after last pause. We're seeing 3-round pauses. It's 3 rounds pause, 3 rounds pause. This is some pause tactics coming in hard from the teams here, wanting to make sure they get the most out of regulation time. Don't want to see those overtimes coming through. Want to see clean wins.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we want. As that's what they want as players. Maybe not so much us as casters. We like casting and we like shouting, but certainly what the players want. They don't really want to be in the server for more than they really have to if they can get the win.
Yeah, exactly right. And I mean, why waste time if you can secure the win? Secure the win. Especially in something like this. We're talking about the Zen League here. This is the qualifier. These guys want to run through. This is the top 2 teams from the winners bracket that have come through. The winner of this continues on. The other drops down, and we'll see them play tomorrow night, I'm pretty certain.
Yep.
So, you want to win this one to have the good run through. Where, you drop down, you've had your chance, and then you've got to really slog to try and get it through to the final after that. So match still paused here. We are seeing the teams getting prepared. Freeze time, there it is. It's being cancelled, so we're going to head back in.
Yeah, we will. We will see GrinnyBankers force up 4 Tech 9s currently out. I assume Sync will also buy one. Yes, he does. And gets armor as well. So it's going to be a straight out Tech 9 armor play. 2 flashes here on badge, which we would assume, considering there's no utility, will be towards this A site. However, certainly going to be a fast play here regardless from the T's.
Certainly is. Flicks leading the push on this one. Going to be interesting to watch him as he comes out into the midsection. Nobody there to challenge him. Flicks going to rotate now through bathroom. Zedski waiting atop the perch, and Flicks looking for that touch. It's not going to find him. He's going to find SK instead. Kauth sitting over on the B side, but the push continues onto A. Bass now moving forward, securing this site, and the T's going to get the plant.
Yeah, interesting that the CTs decided to retreat here. Although Zedski and Noisia are pretty low, and Noisia's going to get taken down by Bass. Kauth is going to trade pretty quickly, however. Now it's back into a 3-on-4 here for the T's. Not exactly an advantageous situation, but 2 quick kills there from Texter. Gets himself the orb. Kauth is going to come onto the site, and he's going to get badged. Texter's going to take down Kauth, and now Dezabel's just left in a 1-on-2 on this A site. There is one towards long and one towards bathroom. Both. Actually, Texter's the only one of the T's that is very low. Sync is going to have eyes on this bomb. He's going to start defusing. He's going to take down Texter, who got a little bit too aggressive there. He's sticking it. Sync isn't going to have a time.
No!
No!
Oh, no way!
There is no way Dezabel should have got away with that.
He ducks and weaves, avoids the shots, and he's going to get the round win with the defuse.
Oh, Sync would feel absolutely gutted.
I can't even deal with this right now. Why was that allowed to happen? Avant Garde should not have had that round.
Oh, credit to Tex for getting 3 kills there, but certainly probably didn't need to peek that up when he did.
Wow, Dezabel. I've been away from CSGO for a little while. I'll openly admit that, and it's been obvious. But look, coming back, I cannot be more impressed right now. That was an absolutely phenomenal defuse. Balls of steel.
That should not have been allowed to happen, but full credit there to Dezabel for actually pulling it off. Probably tilts the GrinnyBankers lineup a little bit, although they do get back onto a full buy. Bass is going to kind of aim towards the angle which he usually plays as a CT, trying to see if if Zedski there with the York does have any sort of aggression, he's actually going to fall back towards the A site though. So I've got no initial battle there just yet.
Unbelievable work coming out from Avant Garde on the last round. Look, coming into this round, it's full buy for both sides. Not as much utility on Bass as he's got no nades. He does have the AWP though, and he's looking for big picks. Zedski going to meet him. Zedski's got the utility.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as he doesn't get caught out using that utility, I think Zedski's going to have the upper hand. Dezabel picking up flicks, but that's broadcasted. Bass, you can see him now on the X-ray. There he is. He's moving to get that shot. Kalth now rotating. He's going to be chilling behind the barrels, looking to short to pick one up. He's just missed. Oh, there it is. He's picked up Bass. He's found no. Sink going to put him down as Zedski gets Texter. It's going to be SK rotating. We've got Zedski on the site still. He's watching that angle. The bomb planted on the site. And Sink going to look for the rotate and for the picks. He's going to look fine. Zedski, nice wall bang on that one. Noisier getting badge. And it's now left to Noisier and SK to take this one from Sink. Sink looking to hold on to the site here. Noisier going to be pushing out. Sink is flashed out. He's down, waiting by the tunnel. Looking for the pick here on Noisier. He gets put down. And that's going to be Noisier with that frag. The defuse coming out from SK. He's got a kit, and he's going to secure that one. Avant Garde now 12-13. Unbelievable work. They've brought it back.
Yeah, Sink had a great chance there to kind of alleviate the pressure from that last round where he kind of caked that shot a little bit. You know, you can't blame him, you know, singularly, but certainly he did have a great shot. Great chance there to, you know, right wrongs, but wasn't able to get that opening pick in that 1-on-2. It ultimately paid the price with his life. Sorry. And we are into round number 26. The T's are actually going to be able to buy up again. Not quite full utility, but pretty close to it.
Fairly close as Texter looking for the first pick. Gonna entry, and there it is. Dezabel caught out using his utility. It's going to be Cal looking for this one. Gets the incentive. There's a Molotov out. And Texter with a 3K. 1, 2, 3. Noisier and Cal. Going to be the second and third going down. Sink waiting from the bottom of the pit to try and pick up SK in heaven. Zedski's tag 60. There goes the nade. SK now on 99. The health advantage definitely lying with the T side, of course.
Yeah.
5v2. If Zedski and SK can pull this back, that's going to be one hell of a round. We're seeing Zedski is waiting on the A site, looking for some picks. So is SK. They're not looking to try and contest this because, of course, you know, we've had some Hail Mary plays. You know, Flick's taking out a 3K at the start of a round. Fair enough. Dezabel with an absolutely ridiculous defuse. Yeah, it was stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't use that word often, but it was. It should not have happened. And but this time, it's not going to be Zedski and SK going for it. It's better off them saving the AWP and that AK, the AWP especially, and moving into this next round. They can now use the small utility they've got to buy for their friends. We've got Kalth picking up a Famous, Noisier getting one, sorry. And as we move into this round, it's the ump on Kalth. That could make the difference. That save could be the difference between GrinnyBankers going to match point and Avant Garde winning.
Yeah, exactly. And Avant needs to ask themselves, how is Texter allowed to get on that B side? So, you know, he didn't see a single CT, and the CTs were not looking towards Monster. I'm not sure if that was a communication error, but they had 3 towards that B site, and none of them were looking in Texter's direction. And even after Texter got those first kills, or that first 2 kills, well, nice shot there from Zenzi onto Bass to start off the round. But just quickly, like, I don't know if it was communication error, but even after those initial 2 kills, that third player wasn't looking anywhere towards where Texter was at all.
No, that's right, and that's the key here. Moving forward is going to be the communication to know exactly where the opponents are to take out the picks. SK getting Texter there with a nice pick from the site. Dezabel getting flicks. Nice use of his 5-7 to get the kill, and that's a free AK for Dezabel to pick up. 2 AKs, a Famous, an AWP, and an ARM. It's going to be Sink with a Molly. Kalth's going to get barbecued and put down.
Yeah, exactly. Great Molotov there from Sink. Brings back into a 2-on-4, so not an advantageous situation, but certainly gets them a little bit of a foot in this round. They are actually going to head back towards Connector. Probably just trying to see if, you know, Avant do flank them, but they're not going to do that at the moment. They're pretty content with where
solid. I mean, you look at this. We've got Desi sitting down. He's going to drop into... No, he's kind of floating between water and the top of sight as he waits to try and get some information. Badge is going to look to play through here with the pick. He's going first. Bomb behind him, waiting to try and get some information. Finds Noisier, and now we're going to see some movement from Dezabel. Dezabel gets Badge, and it's going to be Zedski rotating around now as, oh my goodness, Sync gets Dezabel. SK on site. We're seeing the rotate from Zedski, and there it is. The AWP shot. Going to put him down through the smoke. Great work from Zedski on that rotate. He got into a nice position just to sit there in heaven, and the bait's coming out from his teammate to make sure that one gets secured. Unbelievable work. Avant Garde 13 to GrinnyBankers 14 now as we head into the next round.
No, I just want to point out, Tex is already on 30 kills. He's already dropped a 30 bomb. I mean, I know we're in round 27, so it's not that spectacular, but considering the fact that he has been so influential in the second half for GrinnyBankers, it's certainly, you can see that the kill spread's actually quite top-ended towards the T's. You know, you can see Tex, Flicks, and Sync all on 22 kills or above, and then you got Bass and Badge kind of just lingering behind. Not necessarily a bad thing, but they're just relying on two fewer players at the moment.
Exactly right, and Texter and Sync going to put down Calf and Desmond respectively. Bass getting SK, and it looks like it's all falling apart here. SK with a Kobe onto Sync. Bass picks up Zedski. It's now the 1v4. Look, I believe in Noisier, but not this much.
No, exactly not, especially with the USP. Sorry, no, you know USP.
UMP.
I was close, alright? It's close on the keyboard, not really, but that we
just one consonant different, that's all it is.
We will just pretend that it is. But yeah, no, I don't. He's just going to go for the extra frags here, which is a wise move. Try and pick up one of those AKs without losing his life in the process, and try and yeah, I mean, it's going to be 15-13 regardless, but he'll try and, I'm not sure exactly what the CT's money is like, but they might be able to buy up into this one, considering that they've had such success on this CT half already.
Exactly right. And Noisier looking for these exit picks is going to be the main thing as he tries to bolster. All Flicks may have seen him here moving. He picks up the AWP. That's a good work from Noisier. Going to be able to get that save. The AWP wouldn't, I mean, it's worth saving. It's better than nothing. But getting that AWP at the last second there, good work. It's now match point. GrinnyBankers on 15. They take this out. They take out the first map. Avant Garde looking to bring this one back by another couple of rounds and take us to overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to be too much of a buy here for the CTs. They are going to have two pistols in their armory, a FAMAS, an SMG, and obviously that AWP that was saved from the last round. The T's are going to buy up full utility, full everything, and the AWP on Bass once again. So certainly they're putting their best foot forward in this round, and you know, unless Avant can pull out some ridiculous play with those two pistols, you'd probably expect it to be a 16-13, although it's not over yet.
It's not over yet, and look, Avant has done some crazy things. There's been crazy things on both sides in map 1 here on HDTV for the ESL ZEN qualifiers. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, this is the winner's bracket, basically the final for the winner's bracket, and we're going to be seeing the loser of this drop to the loser's bracket and fight for their chance to remain in the qualifier over the next couple of nights. Looking at the spread here, Avant Garde and GrinnyBankers both playing very slow. No aggression coming out of Avant Garde, but they are watching their angles, and we're going to see the bomb moving down along. It's Bass and Badge, followed up by old mate Sync, looking to try and get something sorted out on the A site. We do have the AWP Safari Mesh coming through from Bass. Goes for the shot, not going to tag, but we do have some information now as the CTs rotate to A. Sync going to go, moving through bathroom. The flash is out from Zedski, going to look for a pick. Sees Bass there, has the info, and there's the pick. The nade, the flash going to come out. All flashes coming out now from the T's as they look to move onto the A side. Sync with a thing on Noisier. There's Badge on Zedski. Good work from the T side. The bomb now picked up. We're going to see Badge with the Molotov out there. SK on the site looking to get one. There it is. Gets Texter looking for Badge. No picks here. No tags. Sync is low. SK might want to opt to get the pick on him. The plant going down from Badge here. It's going to be Dezabel with the flank. Calf picks up Flicks. Dezabel on Badge. Sync gets SK. Sync low on 17 health. And there it is. Sync gets Calf. Dezabel on Sync. And Avant Garde managed to bring this back to 14-15.
Yeah, great retake there from the CETs. I think that was initial. I think Desmond might have been the one that had that initial aggression towards from the dumpster towards the bomb side, which caught the T's off guard quite a bit. Certainly got him 2 kills that he otherwise probably wouldn't have gotten that retake, and ended up securing them the round. So, you know, we're into this in round number 30. It's everything's on the table now.
Certainly is, and look, I didn't think we'd go to overtimes in this. My prediction, of course, at the start, for those of you that weren't here, was that it's going to go 2-1 in terms of the series, but the wins are going to be at least 4-round differences. But look, Avant Garde and GrinnyBankers They're very tight. They are very, very tight.
Yeah, probably wasn't. I don't even think Avant was probably expecting what's happening to be happening right now. Texas getting that opening kill there onto Cal. We left in a 5-on-4. Noisia is going to trade there on a flicks, but Texas gets a nice kill there onto Noisia. It's going to mean that the T's are going to be able to make their way towards this B side. Pretty much have it right now. Jesuit's going to get aggressive once again onto that top of that wood pile. Esco's going to push through with the UMP. Not going to. I think Badge was kind of expecting that after what happened last round, and it's now just going to be a 2-on-4 here for Desbel and Zedski to try and bring this to an overtime.
Dezabel in the water. He's going to be put down by Texter, and it's all up to Zedski. Looking for some picks here. He's going to get put down by Texter, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. 14-16, and that's the first game going over to Avant Garde.
Yeah, great.
Sorry, GrinnyBankers. What am I talking about?
GrinnyBankers.
Avant Garde lost the map they picked.
Yeah, exactly, which probably wasn't expected from any of us, really. I mean, what probably wasn't expected from me, probably wasn't expected from you either. Certainly puts them in good stead for the rest of their best of 3. I mean, Mirage is going to come up, which is actually their map pick. I'm not exactly sure of their record on it as of late. I haven't done enough research on that. But it certainly puts them in great stead for the rest of this best of 3.
Certainly does. Now we are going to cut to a quick break here. We hope you've enjoyed that first one. Of course, that going to GrinnyBankers. You know, fixing myself up here. They've managed to take this one out. We'll update the score in the chat. And we'll be back for the next map, which is, of course, GrinnyBankers' pick.
Mirage.
It's Mirage.
Yep.
So stay tuned here at AGTV. My name is Judge. I've been joined by the wonderful, the gorgeous Coop K. We'll be right back.
Tuning out of starlight, the innocent lifetime flickers and flashes under a canvas. No, nobody seems worth it, while the feeling's sophisticated. The view is so restrained. The past is nearing closer and closer, I fear. So let's just cut the bullshit and tell me who's independent. Thumbs twiddling and your life's escaping your mind. Keep in mind, well, the air ain't as free as it used to be, but that's quite alright when you're still 18, it seems to be. And I'll tell you who's overrated. What's a beautiful person with some hideous dreams? Well, the lining isn't silver. We're verging on the side of the road that'll take us home. The edge of us is getting weighed. Read about your life in your local papers. Realize the end of us is getting near. You're just a droplet of paint trickled off your canvas. Delirious illusion flowing backwards through the river of color while we analyze to try to see it clearer. Secretly appealing to a lonely prisoner. Now what's your vision? Initiate your shading, blend the universe together in time. It only gets a little easier. Suddenly piece yourself back together now. What's your vision? Man, I don't wanna have to give a damn about you or your inhibitions. And after all, you're the one who taught me love was not for everybody. is crumbling. Let it collapse into the abyss. In the midst of summer it won't exist. This emptiness, it's just a blank slate, waiting for a painter to interfere. It's quite complex, but what I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here onto Aussie Gaming TV. My name's Judge. I'm joined by, once again, the beautiful Coop K, and we're about to head into the next map, which is, of course, Mirage. It was picked by GrinnyBankers in the vetoes. We've just come off of Overpass. That was picked by Avant Garde. Yep. It's rumoured amongst the scene as Avant's map, and they actually lost 16-14, which was surprising. They started off strong, 3 rounds strong. It was neck and neck, and GrinnyBankers took it in the end. And in the Christmas spirit, I'm coming out with a horribly greened out elf hat on. We're looking forward to what we have in the next one. Thanks, man. Thanks. It's the big ears and everything. They're not too far from the size of my actual ears. Yeah. Now, look, moving into Mirage, GrinnyBankers, this is their pick. Yep. This is their map. Yep. But in saying that, Mirage, it's been played really well by Avant as of late, especially in these qualifiers. What are you thinking?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50, yep. Look, 50-50 is probably a good way to call it, especially with how close we had the last map. I mean, Avant, like we just said, their map pick, their map. Yeah. They're quite good on it. smashed.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Like,
not smash, but
Well, scoreline didn't reflect it.
no, but
Certainly watching it,
yeah,
you could tell that GrinnyBankers were just dominating.
Avant got about 4 or 5 rounds on the back of 1v1s that they probably shouldn't have won, but
Yeah.
they ended up doing.
And Decibel getting crazy diffusers that should not be allowed in
No.
competitive CSGO. Now we are still warming up the players, warming up, getting ready on this one. And it's going to be a great map. Look, I love Mirage, one of my favourite maps to play on. I can't pretend that I'm some great CS player. Know a bit about the game, but can't really execute. But in saying that, GrinnyBankers and Avant Garde both can execute. Looking forward to what they bring in this one.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this is actually a wall. I think we're actually live. Although I'm not too sure about that.
I don't think so. I think they're running around too puggish for this to be live. Surely it's not. So we are just waiting for them to get set up. We haven't had a knife round yet. So waiting for that. And we might cut it back to a quick break. Thought this was going to be a bit shorter of a transition than the last one. But it is, of course, going to be left to the gods of ESEA servers and, of course, the teams getting themselves set up. So wait around. We do have some wonderful floating shoulders coming on the screen. The green screen's brand new. We're still getting used to using it.
Floating? Oh, you're floating.
I'm a little bit floaty shoulders. But we will be right back here on AGTV. For Avant Garde against GrinnyBankers, map number 2, it's Mirage. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so egg on my face. It looks like this one is already underway. We are in game and good to go here with Avant Garde against GrinnyBankers on Mirage. We got a little bit of a troll by the game, it seems. Not sure whether it was us not paying attention or...
I didn't actually see knife round come out, so I'm a little bit surprised.
So we're gonna take this one away as live and really keen for this one.
Yeah, exactly. And GrinnyBankers, as we see, have actually got the first 2 rounds. Avant still on a pistol, obviously. They will provide up next round. Flix is going to take down SK to make it a 2-on-5. But certainly a good start again for GrinnyBankers to try and make this a 2-0.
It certainly is. And with Bass sitting here with an AK, it's a very good look for GrinnyBankers. I mean, we're 3 rounds in now, and they're doing phenomenally well. Texter picking up Zedski. We're going to see Flix moving around. Has looked. He's checked the corner. Hasn't seen Noisier yet. And going to pick him up at the end there. That Vulcan looking nice and pretty.
Very much so. Very, very colourful.
Very colourful. I love colourful. I love stickers on guns. I love them. So, yeah, look, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Colourful like our good friend Nutter is. But,
yeah, look, Nutters is colourful to say the least. And we are going to be getting into round number 4 here. GrinnyBankers 3-0 up. Now, look, if we're taking from last game, Avant Garde went 3-0 up on their own map as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And they started off very strong. So GrinnyBankers... this could be interesting to see. And I have been called out for my inexperience with the Zen League so far. It was my bad. We were expecting a knife round to come out, but no. It did start. The Suicides was the nice start for us. So we're seeing a legit 3-0 coming out here. Avant, the Kalth has already dropped down now in this one. We're seeing the 4v5, but the AWP is on Zedski. That's dangerous. Hoping to see Avant take this round out.
Yeah, good opening there already onto Kalth. Puts in a 5-on-4. There is going to be this, I think that's SK, who's kind of floating between the 2 sides at the moment. Not quite sure where he should go. Mid is actually completely open. And as you can see, Bass is actually, no, not Bass, Texter is actually pushed up all the way into that connector area, kind of creating a little bit of doubt. I think the CTs know that mid's open and are just trying to not peek it at this current moment in time. Flix is going to push out onto balcony. He's going to take down Zedski, who I don't think was expecting him there. Zedski's going to get a nice 2k there. Going to get traded out by Badge. SK's going to get Flix, and it's now back to a 2-on-2, which was a 3-on-5. So certainly great pulling this back from Avant back into a 2-on-2. The T's actually do have this A site. I'm not sure if they know it. They do now, as Texas does see SK does take him down, and the last member is actually outside of jungle at the moment. He's going to come back around towards CT, and yeah, left in a 2-on-1 here for Noisha.
Noisia going to be chilling from CT. Looking for this one. Texter is low and still going to get the easy kill. Picks up the M4 and going to run away with that one. 2Ks for Texter and Badge. Flicks picking up the other one. And that's a great 4th round for GrinnyBankers. They've broken the mold. They've broken the trend from last game. It's their map and they're running away with it.
Yeah, they are indeed. Certainly a good first gun round and win for GrinnyBankers on the T side of Mirage. It's going to force the CTs onto a little bit of a force buy. Zetsky is the only one that doesn't have armor, and the rest have upgraded pistols. So certainly you will be expecting the Ts here, as they are doing, to kind of be a little bit more passive here. Just wait for any sort of aggression, because they do obviously only have pistols and no utility whatsoever. So certainly that's what they're going to try and do this round.
It certainly is. I mean, looking at this, the no utility coming out from Avant Garde, a lot of utility on GrinnyBankers. Arguably, it was the nades that won GrinnyBankers the last map, because they used them very effectively. In saying that, though, Avant Garde got some good picks and actually got some good picks on eco rounds. So, I mean, this could go either way. With a minute left in this round, the nades start coming out. Coop starts dying with them coughing, and we're going to be seeing the Bankers slowly move out. Flicks is in a very good position to close the A site. Doesn't know that though.
No, sorry about that. I think Water went a little bit on hold. Deswell's going to get the opening pick onto Bass, but he is going to telegraph his position. He's actually going to get Badge, who's actually is looking in the wrong direction. Texas going to get a nice 2 kills there, pinching this A site. It's going to run into Noise. It's going to get a third. Great 3K circle on Texter, and Flix is going to finish off Cal to make it 5-0.
That's right. And while Coop recovers from certain death and hydration, GrinnyBankers come back 5-0. 10 seconds left before we get into round number 6. And the boys on both sides are buying up the AWP in the hands of Zetsky. I was hoping he'd do something dangerous with it last time. He didn't. Let's see if he can pull it out in round number 6.
And Avant need to start getting some rounds on the board now, because if they lose on the CT side, when you're on the T side, it's not so much of an issue if you keep losing rounds, because you're always going to be able to get that 3,450 bonus, which is going to allow you to get at least a Tech 9 armor buy, which is, as we've seen so far, this game is pretty potent. The CT's not so much. I mean, a pistol armor does rely on the Ts to kind of misplay it slightly in order to get around with a limited buy. So certainly this is a critical round here now for Avant Garde if they want to try and get back on track into this map.
Certainly is. Avant, look, I feel bad because I kind of feel responsible. Caster's Curse here. I had the faith in them leading into this qualifier best of 3, but they're struggling quite hard, it seems, to come up against GrinnyBankers. The smoke's coming out from Noisia, really holding this Apps entry here. We've got almost the whole side of GrinnyBankers in Apps ready to go. We do have Flicks heading down to unders, now rotating back up towards the apartments, and Bass sitting in mid with the AK. If he's just as dangerous with the AK as he is with the AWP, that mid pick is going to be a good option for him as he waits for rotates. Nade comes out to the car, and it's going to be Calf looking for picks on the site. Texter gets Calf, and a big push coming out here. Noisia gets Texter, Badge gets Noisia, and it's going to be Zetsky on the rotate from Market looking for picks here. We've got Badge at the bench, sitting on the back of site. The flash comes out. SK with tags here, looking for a kill. Badge going to get him, and it's now a 4v2, I should say. Flix gets Dezabel, and the last one up is Zetsky with this AWP. Not confident in what he's able to do. He's waiting here, not wanting to move. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, the door and the window.
Yeah, very, very hard place here for Zetsky. Interesting to note, however, that the T's actually got their way onto that B site. The CT's actually mollied the apartment entrance, but still, even with that utility that the CTs were using to stop that push, the T's pretty much got onto the site with no sort of, counteract at all from the CTs. I mean, it was a 2-for-1 trade, obviously, but that gives them the site without too much of it. I think Noisia kind of overextended slightly when he saw that initial sort of, he saw a couple of T's towards the back of apartments and still tried to take the fight. Sure, he put the Molotov down, but probably what he should have done in that situation is just come back a little bit towards the bench, maybe face the other way in case of any fighters, and get ready for that sort of, because they wouldn't have expected him to come back towards that area, but instead he stays on top of the van and gets taken out pretty quickly.
Now we do have a match pause coming in, so we're just going to bring up the waiting screen for you all. Of course, this is map 2 of 3. We're on Mirage, and GrinnyBankers is 6-0 up as we head into round 7. Great work for them. They are, of course, one game up in the series, as you can see on screen. and they're looking to do some big things here on Mirage. They've broken the mold. Avant Garde led the last map, which was their pick, Overpass. 3-0, GrinnyBankers doubling that initial lead.
Yeah, and you suspect the floodgates are about to open unless Avant can... I mean, they're going to be on a pistol buy here now, but certainly after that initial 0-7 deficit, they need to start getting rounds on the board. Otherwise, it looks like the floodgate... I mean, they're already a map down. You know, they might just be getting to panic stations down. The floodgates may open here for GrinnyBankers.
Exactly right. The floodgates are waiting, and they're just sitting here patiently, and I think GrinnyBankers... you know, they have that. They've got the remote. They're waiting to open up the floodgates and really pour on Avant Garde what they have. We are just going to take a quick second here as the match still remains paused. Pop on some bangers for you. We'll be right back on AGTV. Guys, you're not going to get much of a break as we head in. Round 7 is underway.
It sure is, and we see the CTs kind of almost not quite buy fully into this round. I mean, Zedski is here with a USP with no armor whatsoever, doesn't spend a single cent. CTs are actually going to get aggressive towards this big apartments. Not sure if this is the right move as Sync is waiting behind this smoke. I think he has a fairly good idea that there is going to be at least one line, so again, SK just confirms that fact for him. But certainly, good thinking. Well, not good thinking, but certainly mixing it up here from the CT. Does look like he's going to run to Texter. Flicks is going to get Calvin. That's the A site now open for the T's. There is, I think that's Noisia on the stairs, but Bass is going to pincer him and should take him out pretty quickly. He does with a shot to the face. Now it's just SK left in a 1-on-5 with a D, with armor. Only Nico can do these things, not SK.
No, that's right. Look, he's got a Deagle armor and a Dream. But 1v5, and the only person tagged on the GrinnyBankers side is Texter. They've got so much utility. You can see all the nades sitting there, 3 HEs, 4 flashbangs, 2 smokes, and a molly. If they work out where SK is, he's going to be in a world of pain. He's sitting here right near the site in jungle, waiting for his approach.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Flicks is back towards market might mean that he doesn't run into anyone currently. He does push out and run into Bass, but Bass is going to get the 180 headshot. What a shot there from Bass to get it to 7-0 now for GrinnyBankers.
GrinnyBankers doing well. They're looking like they want to close this cast out in rapid fashion without an answer from Avant Garde. Like, look, the point I briefly made there about, you know, what we had Desi going up against. Like, Texter was only tagged 25 or 26.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of them had taken out 4 enemies without even trading damage.
Yeah, great.
You know, it was flanks, pincers like we saw on stairs. They just took advantage of map positioning and then got frags. It's simple.
No, exactly. You're exactly right. Certainly textbook stuff here. The teams are actually going to become aggressive towards this B site, which I think is the right move because there's only one here on the site, which is Noisia. He's going to take down one. Cal from short is going to back it up with 2 more, and it's pretty much just disintegrated here for GrinnyBankers, and it looks like it might be the first round here for Avant. Bass has managed to take down Noisia. Blitz gets traded out though, and then Cal finishes off Bass for Avant's first round of the map.
Thank goodness Avant Garde have managed to bring this one back in, and that's going. I mean, it's not really going to damage the GrinnyBankers economy much. It's enough to drop them a little, but they've got plenty to buy, and as you can see there, they've still got. Like, Flicks has got an AK, full utility and armor. He's still got 10k. Like,
Yeah,
they can still lose another round and full buy easily.
Another 2, yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's
They've got
right.
so much money on them at the moment.
And so, you know, moving into this, I mean, Noisia getting some nice tags coming out from window room. GrinnyBankers aren't worried.
No, they're not
okay, easy round for Avant Garde. They managed to really take that one out. They moved around and it happened very quickly too. But GrinnyBankers have so much cash they can afford to lose 2.
Yeah, I think GrinnyBankers' objective now is just to try and win 1 out of the next 2, just to kind of reset Avant Garde and just continue on with this domination. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, the T's are sort of situated towards the mid at the moment. Bass has got his scope aimed down, pre-aiming short here, looking for Cal to kind of be a little bit aggressive. He's currently in the ladder room at the moment though, so certainly not going to be going to be challenged just yet. Noise just going to make his way out towards, I think he was thinking about rotating towards B there, but then decided against it, coming back, and we're going to make 3 on the A site. So if the T's, I don't think the T's realise, but there's only 1 member on the B site currently.
With Badge looking from connector, trying to get a pick here. We've got Flicks chilling in T ramp, and not much happening. They're just waiting. They're playing the slow play. GrinnyBankers doing this. We saw it a lot on the last map. Zedski trying to find angles on B, but nobody's there. We're waiting, of course, for someone to get picks on this A ramp site. The T's looking. Here comes the nades. SK's been flashed out, and the push comes on. SK waiting here on site. Plenty of mollies to force out. Kalf gets Badge. SK bomb drop. SK gets 2 there. Noisier picking up Sync. Bass with a big one from Palace, but Kalf gonna put him down, and that's another round for Avant Garde. The slow push did not work for GrinnyBankers, and I will tell you why. There was no pick.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a straight entry every time that we had the boys from GrinnyBankers enter on overpass. They got a pick, at least one.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have it that Flicks got a 3K on B side, and then they pushed on A. But it was unbelievable when he did that. GrinnyBankers here had the issue that they didn't get the pick. They didn't open up the site. The mollies and stuff did come in. I've just gone to cover the pause up, and we're coming straight back into the game. Look, I think the GrinnyBankers, yes, we did mention that they got money to burn, but they don't want to be throwing it into a Molotov.
No, exactly not. And unfortunately for GrinnyBankers, they picked the site where the CTs had a bit of a read and actually stuck 3 towards the site. Now, that's normal, but obviously you don't usually have 3 towards the CT. I don't think the T's were expecting it. They kind of got distracted by Stairs and Firebox, and SK just kind of cleaned up from Triple Box. Flicks is going to get a nice opening there on Decibel. Kalf is going to be here towards this lighter room area. I'm not sure if he's heard texted right below him. I don't think he has. Bass is going to get Cal, who overextends slightly. Bass has been there for the last couple of rounds trying to look for that pick, and he does end up getting it. He's going to get it. Going to get a second one there into Zedski, and it's just falling apart now for a one. SK is going to be forced to push through pallets to try and get some sort of information, and pretty much just decipher that the T's are going to make their way towards B site now that it's completely open. Although Noija is here, he'll be lucky to get away with more than 1 kill if the T's play this smart.
He gets the dink, turns to try and go for Badge, but he's going to be put down. SK going to have to come from market. He's got the paladin out. He's looking for Badge behind the pot. Badge puts him away, and that's going to be another round for the GrinnyBankers.
Yeah, great consolidation there from GrinnyBankers. I don't know why they were just running into Basses all time after time. He got 2 picks there. Probably may have gotten 1 because Kalf hasn't seen him there before. But for Zedski to push short, to show himself, probably wasn't the best move. I mean, I know he does have an AWP, but again, probably a little bit too overconfident.
Just a little. I think that is just a little too overconfident. We are seeing Decibel on the site. Big push coming out from the T's, hard and fast.
Yeah, hard push here for the T's. Bass is going to pick out Zedski for the second round in a row. Flicks is going to get a kill there onto Decibel. It's going to be SK remaining on this site. Although Kalf coming from the stairs, he's going to actually take down 2, but Badger's going to pop his head off, and now it's just Noisia here in the CT location in a 1-on-3 now. He's going to spray down Flicks a little bit through that smoke, bring him down to 29 HP, but he's still in a 1-on-3. Probably just looking to save that gun. I'm not exactly sure what their utility is like, but he probably just wants all the help he can get coming into round number 11. No,
exactly
12,
right.
Yeah.
He's going to look to save this one, it seems. Look for exit frags and take care of himself. Of course, we do have the rotates watching window room. That's Badge sitting there in mid. He's going to go unders and look to get over to the B site and find Noisia chilling behind Van. Going to relax and take some time out. Think about what Avant are going to do heading into the next round.
Think about his actions, yeah, exactly. He's going to see Badge. He's going to hear him before he sees him, and Badge gets his head taken off. But it does telegraph his position, but there is no T close enough to make him pay till before the end of the round. And that is going to be a 9th round there for GrinnyBankers. The CTs are actually not going to be able to buy up. So I'm not sure if they're going to force around Noija's M4, and then they're just going to play it safe. Decibel does pick up a Deagle, and Kalf picks up a P250, but that's about it.
That's about it. Look, great work coming out from the GrinnyBankers to make this 9-2 a dominating T side, and I kind of shudder to think what they're going to be able to pull out on CT. And I'm going to call it that they're going to clinch the win here. If Avant Garde managed to bring this back, based off, I'm bringing this based off of the fact that Avant Garde had a really rough time on their own map pick. GrinnyBankers picked out Mirage, have really run away with it. Texter looks for SK, easy pick up there. Zedski gonna look to go up the stairs, no, fakes that one out, and out comes the smokes and the molly. Zedski pushes out, and Texter, another one, that's 2K. Looking for the 3 now, Noisy gonna rotate, Noisy picking that one up, 15 HP left, but Texter goes down, and Flick's picking up Decibel, there's Sync, nice whip onto Noisier, and it's 1 left, that's Kauth looking to close out this round. He does have his P250 at the ready, getting keen.
Yeah, I've seen this done with a 5.7 before, but that's been with armor and full utility. Not so much with the P250, and yeah, Sync does manage to take him down. Yeah, this has just been clinical so far from the GrinnyBankers. On their map pick, probably wasn't expecting it to be so one-sided, however, certainly after that first map, we knew that they probably had the advantage coming into this even more than what they had, they would normally have for it being their map pick. The CTs are going to be able to buy, but as you can see, they're pretty bare bones. If they lose this one, they're not going to be able to buy into round number 14.
Exactly right. And look, talking about the Avant Garde side, looking at kill spread, Kauth is the only person positive, currently 10 and 9. It's not
That's
looking
the stand-in
good.
as well, so
that's right.
Not exactly what you want, but yeah.
You'd expect your core players to be playing a little better than this. And we're seeing, unfortunately, GrinnyBankers just run away with it and do whatever they like with the Avant Garde side. Noisier caught out here by Texter. Noisier trying to use the utility, and it's unfortunately been his demise. Badge with the push out here, gets one. That's Kauth going down, and the T's have the B site once again. Decibel, Zedski, and SK gonna look to push on. SK picks up Bats, that's a nice one. Another set of shots coming out from short, but no one going to drop. Bomb planted onto the B site. They have Flicks pushing into the apps to play the aggressive hold. It's going to be Texter at the back of site. And we see Decibel moving in from market. He's waiting here, looking at Badge, but of course through the smoke does not know he's there. Going to drop down and look towards apps. Seen Badge now as he moves out of market into window room. SK sitting on short. They're looking for the exit picks here. SK gonna get tags. There it is. Zedski picks up Flicks as well. And the last one coming down, it's Texter moving on the site as Decibel picks up Badge. Good picks here from Avant Garde. They're going to boost their economy. Not going to win the round, but they're going to boost their economy and really put a dent in GrinnyBankers. It's not going to hurt them a lot, but it's a dent.
Yeah, it's what Avant needed apart from winning the round. If they, once they had that situation where the round was pretty much lost, to be able to get 3 exit kills is pretty advantageous for them. Obviously, they are 2-11 now, so it's not going to be that advantageous, but obviously it does mean that the T's do dig into their bank a little bit, but it's obviously not going to hurt them too much. They will be able to buy up for probably the rest of this half. So certainly not going to do too much damage, but yeah, just padding the stats a little bit, I guess.
Exactly right, and with round 14 on the cards, padding the stats is what we need to see Avant Garde do a lot more of. Padding their round wins is probably going to be the best way to go about that. Noisier with the frag out. The HE really does some damage on Texter. Over half of the armor gone and 71 HP remaining. Looking at short, finds a tag, and there goes Texter taking out Kauth. The smoke comes through. Texter low on 13, but a good shot nevertheless.
Yeah, great opening pick there from Tex. Does manage to get away with only 13 HP, as you mentioned. But
look at this, though. Sorry, just to interrupt, but look at this. We've just seen a mass exodus of the CTs from the A side to B, because classic GrinnyBankers, every time they've got a pick, they've pushed B, and they've been hard pushing that every round. Now we're seeing them get an easy pick. I think they could have moved a little faster here. If they'd actually gone straight over to the A site, could have got a plant down already. It's given the CTs time to come through and reset themselves after the panic.
Well, I mean, Decibel's in a little bit of a two minds as to where the T's are. He's going to get taken out by Badge. SK is gonna trade, however, but the T's are gonna pretty much waterfall onto this A side. SK with the flash, he's actually gonna be able to take out Flicks, who I don't think was flash to begin with. Texter and Zedski are gonna trade kills. It's now back down into a 2-on-2. T's don't actually have control of the bomb site. There is Zedski here in jungle, not kind of looking at the site, but certainly he's probably gonna hear Bass here coming up towards Con. Sync is gonna plant the bomb for short, which I'm not exactly sure why, considering there is 2 towards jungle, but yeah, it's worked for them so far. I mean, what they've done is work so far. Sing with a nice kill there on Anoisia, and it's now just going to be left up to Zedski, who has been spotted. Zedski is going to push out, and he's going to get taken down by Bass's AWP in the classic bait and switch.
Classic bait and switch. Bass gets that one picked up, and that's going to be another kill added to his total. Currently 10 and 6. Texter out in the lead, 16, 2 and 8. That frag looking good. I mean, Texter not as massive of a carry as last game, but then again, last game went to a lot more rounds.
Yeah, exactly. To be, averaging over a kill around at this point in the game on the T side is probably what you want. I mean, he'd be pretty chuffed with his performance so far and his team's performance. They are just running a clinic here against Avant Garde. Obviously on their map pick, but certainly we weren't expecting with this one side. Noisia gets aggressive into apps again and actually gets reward for it this time. Texter and Flix though with 2 quick kills, and they're actually going to get a plant on this B site. Desel is going to get taken down, but he does trade before he does that. And it's now back into a 2-on-2 here. Zetsky is going to be approaching from the apps, and then SK is going to get domed, almost clothesline there by Texter, and it's now just down to Zetsky now in a 1-on-2. No utility whatsoever, just not even head armor. So he's going to be at the mercy of these AKs. He's going to have to push, obviously, for the last round. Pushes out the van, does get spotted, does get take down Texter, and now it's just left up to Flix versus Zetsky, but Flix with the spirit positioning does manage to make it 13-2 now for GrinnyBankers.
And there is the halftime mark. Ladies and gentlemen, 13-2, absolutely phenomenal for GrinnyBankers against Avant Garde. Yeah, it's their map pick, but like we said, it's unbelievable to think that this is so much of a runaway match.
Exactly. Like I was looking at after the first half, I'm thinking this was at least going to go to 9 o'clock, if not 9:30, even later, because we know what Avant can do on this map. But we're going to actually get, unless Avant can pull off something special, we might actually get this done pretty quickly.
Exactly right. Look, unbelievable to think that. You know, like our predictions were quite, I thought they were quite reasonable, that they're going to be close games, that we're not going to see overtimes, we're going to see a couple of blowout ends, but that's about it. And as it restarts to get GrinnyBankers onto the CT, Avant Garde onto the T side, going to be interesting to see how these guys play out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Avant's pretty much probably just going to play with no care in the world, really. I mean, they're 13-2 down, just going to try and make something work, try and catch them a little bit off guard. I think GrinnyBankers might be ready for it though, considering they are up 13-2. They'll be full of confidence, and yeah, it's going to be a classic 2-1-2 setup here for the CTs, while the T's make their way towards this B site in a classic BXQ.
The classic coming out from Avant Garde, but look, the classic hasn't really worked for them, as we've seen over the past 15 rounds, and of course the 30 rounds we had prior to that. Kalth waiting here at the top of mid, but Bass waiting there to meet him. There's the poke, and oh my goodness, the trade, 99 in one. Faced off with 101, Bass getting Kalth. SK rotating, that's Desibel getting Sync, SK picking up badge, and now looking for the market picks. Texter gets Noisia before Zetsky puts him down. SK rotating, gets tagged by Zetsky, but SK gonna come back in for the finishing touch. Bass and Flix taking down SK, and there it is, Zetsky picking up round number 13 for GrinnyBankers. No, my goodness. What am I talking about? The swap. Avant Garde took that out.
Yeah, exactly. Third round there for Avant, and certainly a good start for them. And what is a massive mountain for them to climb in this half on the T side as well, which certainly is not the. I mean, obviously you get momentum on the T side if you start winning some rounds, but it's certainly not the side you really want to be doing this on.
Exactly right. Look, I was confused because I didn't expect Avant Garde to win a round. Like,
No.
that sounds rough, but it's true. Avant have been having such a hard time against Grinny. So, with Bass now on... Oh, my goodness, there's a scout hit. That tag has dropped him to 29. Kalth a little bit injured in unders. We're going to be seeing Avant Garde quite aggressive here on the T side. They're all looking for the apps push with the team floating around still in T spawn.
Yeah, if the A main CTs right now push through towards T-spawn, he might be able to catch one off guard if he plays this right. I think he might have been spotted though, so he's going to come back towards the A site. Bass is going to be critical here if the T's do go towards this B site. With that scout, he's obviously already tagged down Kalth, and if he can tag down enough so that the pistols finish off the T's, then certainly he will have a job well done. Flix is going to push through out. He's going to run into Zetsky and actually take him out. Only left with 12 HP, but certainly a kill that probably angers Avant there a little bit. As the T's make their way down short, just gonna get a kill on SK, which he really shouldn't have done. I mean, SK had ample time there.
Flix though with the spray through smoke that's in connector, getting the kill on the short. Noisia picks up Texter, and Avant Garde looking good on this round. 2v3 now. They have the side advantage. They still got the bomb. But Bass looking now, Noisia. Here's the tag. There it is. That's the kill. Good flick coming out of Bass. Noisia unprepared for that one. The advantage swaying, of course, over to the CTs. Bass looking for this one. Flashes come out. They have the site pretty covered. Desibel puts him down. We're going to see Desi looking for this one. One at Van and one coming up behind him on short. He's got to be careful. Got to look behind. He knows someone's there now. Surely he knows the Flix is there. And here comes Sync onto Desibel. couldn't get the plant down in time, needed to just wait that out a little longer.
No, and I can't remember who that was in the ladder room, but certainly SK probably should have taken him down before. I think it might have been Badge actually got that kill. Probably shouldn't have happened. Probably should have gone onto that B site with 3 members instead of 2 alive.
Agreed.
But certainly a good eco there from GrinnyBankers, and I want to call out Bass there as well. Certainly good three dinks there with the scout. Put his team in the pole position there.
It certainly did. Look, massive match coming out of GrinnyBankers. Undeniable that they have outclassed Avant Garde on this one, and I'm going to call it early unless Avant Garde can bring something back now, and we're talking 13 rounds in a row. This win's going over to GrinnyBankers. 14-3. It's unbelievable the kind of lead they've had here. Flick's getting Decibel though. It's not a good start. Texter takes out Cal. Zetsky gets Texter. All SK onto Flicks. That's a big 1-dig. The bomb plant going to go down by Noisia. Avant Garde have turned it on and risen to the plate. Noisia gets Bass. That's a big drop coming through and a crucial kill if Avant Garde want to win this round.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to have sync towards this stair area. Noisia is going to hit him up top. It's going to take down SK. Noisia's going to trade frag there. Now it's up to Badge on 1-on-2. He does have the M4 where the T's do know exactly where he is. He's going to run onto the site because he really has no other option. And Noisia's going to stab him in the back. Not quite, actually. Badge is going to take down SK. It's now back into a 1-on-1. Noisia is going to sit the top of his head, though, and he's going to take him down through the box. And that's a 4th round there for Avant. And I want to say, that kill from SK onto the guy in CT pretty much was the reason why they won the round, because there was no utility whatsoever left for the T's. There was no smoke on CT, and SK getting that kill allowed them to get the bomb down pretty much unobstructed.
Oh, hands down. And look, Avant Garde, as soon as I told them that they need to bring something in, they do. They've brought it up now, 14-4. It's not much, but it's something. They're trying to hold on to their dignity, and I say well done to them to try and do so. Look, GrinnyBankers got outclassed in that one. They are forced to resort to 3 SMGs. That's the 2 umps and a Mac-10. The umps have been dangerous, though, tonight, so it's not much of a worry in my books. The flash comes out. Texter gets tagged down. Zetsky from the bottom of mid gets taken out. Texter with the tap, looking for a 3K, but Noisia gonna drop him. Texter was so low, but managed to do so well on his own, and has traded out well 1 for 2 on an eco.
Yeah, Texter should not have got at least one of those kills. He should have been punished straight away for that mid-aggression, but ended up coming away with 2 kills, which... Yeah. Should not have happened at all. Avant probably dropped the ball there a little bit. Well, they're going to bring it back into a 3-on-3 now. Flick's getting caught napping there a little bit. Bass is still going to have this scout. And I think the thing here for the T's is the fact that, despite the fact that they've lost 2 members, the CTs haven't actually picked up any guns yet.
No, they haven't. And I think that this is going to be... Oh, Bass has looked away the wrong moment. Always see one. He gets amazing headshot onto Kauf. Decibel puts him down. And that's going to be the site. It's still 2v2. The trade's coming out. Desi doing well on a 2K. Badge and Sync yet to get a kill on the board. Decibel will tag up Badge. Only 9 with that HE. The molly comes out to force Badge to move. He's on the bin. And he's looking... Oh my goodness. Noisia comes through here. The flank onto Sync. Decibel has the site covered. Gonna maybe look for this plant here. Just waiting for Badge to push. Needs to have Noisia come up and back him up. Badge gets Noisia with a tap, but Decibel trades. Gonna pick up the deagle and get the plant money as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Not quite. Unfortunately, that would have been the sugar top of the round, the cherry on top of the round. But certainly, I mean, despite the fact that Texter got 2 kills he probably shouldn't have, and takes his tally to 22 so far for the game in 19 rounds, which is ridiculous. Certainly, good consolidation there from Avant Garde. Probably was a little bit dicey there to end the round, but got away with that 5th round, and now put the CTs on a hard eco.
Certainly have, but ecos don't mean a thing as we've seen before in this lineup. SK and Calf, though, putting down Flicks and Texter. Textbook work here coming out. Big tap from Zetsky. Gets another on Badge. That's Bass and Badge down. The last one remaining is Sync in mid. He's going to move to connect and try and get some picks, but Noisia with a spray control. Catch you later.
Yeah, good round there from Avant. Didn't lose a single member, which is nice considering that they are at such a disadvantage. And especially on the T side, you don't want to be losing any members, and just putting the CTs under economy pressure round after round after round. As we see, the CTs are able to buy out, but their economy is so low that they are going to maybe even have to double eco if they lose this one.
Exactly right. And look, I think that a reset is going to be good for Avant Garde. I mean, forcing that onto GrinnyBankers, to be clear. Avant doing well. They've picked up 2 rounds now. It's going to be interesting to see if they can continue this push. Big picks coming through in mid. Yep, Zedski gets badge. He is low, though, on 9 HP, and he's going to look to move into apartments to get away from the action. Smart move.
Yeah, and despite the fact that the CTs actually pushed all the way, I mean, they left the B side completely open, and the C's are going to capitalize heavily on that. Texter gets taken out. It's now a 3-on-5. Zedski and SK are quite low. However, I'm not sure that the CTs really want to go for this because they have no money whatsoever, and you can see that they are going to be opting to save here.
They certainly will. Saving the M4s a good choice so they don't have to face a full reset. And Avant Garde are just going to hold this site. A smart idea, as they kind of just relax their pressure. They're going to make sure they hold onto the site and not allow a retake. They are pushing out now. As you can see on the map, we're seeing a big push come out from SK. He's hungry for blood, wants to get more frags to improve his score, but Flex sees him coming down T-ramp, going to put him away. The push, any kills coming out here? Not going to happen. Oh, Noisier, sorry, gets Bass. Now, Coop has just had to step out, unfortunately, emergency phone call, but we are going to see round number 22 come out here. Avant Garde have done well to bring back a few rounds. Unbelievable. In fact, to see they've done so, GrinnyBankers now 14-7. Avant have the advantage full buy. They've got 5 AKs there, no AWPs coming out. Flix and Sync, the only ones with full guns. They've got M4s, Sync and Flix also having the diffusing kits. We've got no head armor on Badge Sync and Flix. It's, look, playing against full AKs, don't really blame them. That's Dezabel picking up Texter and Flix sitting there as well. Not going to find him. The pushers coming out. And we see good old mate Noisier from Apps looking to get some damage done. Flix picking up Calf. That's a 2k for him now, and he's doing quite... Oh, no, sorry, no, not a 2k. Flix picking up Calf. That's one aside. My goodness, doing my head in tonight. We're seeing the push come through from the CT, so they're playing quite aggressive, and the bomb is rotating to the B site. Noisier looking for picks here as the front man, the entry fragger onto the site. Not seeing anyone yet. It's going to be one at truck. Noisier, don't think has been seen. He finds Badge, not looking where he's going. Picks up Badge. Going to get some damage down onto Bass. No, Bass doing quite well. SK takes out Bass. Sync with the turn, but SK going to put him down as well. SK doing really well to clear this side out. It's left up to Flix now, trying to get this one put away. Now we're seeing a slow push from Flix. I don't think Flix is going to go for the defuse here. He's not going to contest the site because you've got 3 AKs and 246 health compared to his 100. It's going to be hard for him to take this site back. But in saying that, holding onto the M4, heading into the next round, of course, being round 23, going to be useful as the GrinnyBankers struggle to maintain a consistent economy. Coop, you've come back in, my friend. Avant Garde have really done well to win out this round. The bomb is going to go off, and Flix on his hold. SK coming down the ramp, but not going to find Flix in time.
Yeah, certainly good start from Avant into this half. Certainly a long way to go, obviously. They really can't lose any round whatsoever. CTs, I'm going to be able to buy up heading into this round number 23. But yeah, certainly a long way for Avant to go, but certainly doing well so far.
They certainly are. It certainly is the word of the night. We've been pretty certain of a few things and proven wrong on several occasions. Basting out SK, Calf getting Flix. That's some big trades coming in there. The AWPs doing well, and this is one of the few times we're seeing an AWP come out on the T side because they've been struggling just to get AKs.
Yeah, exactly. And Calf makes Flix pay, although there was a trade there after that, but certainly a good start for Avant. Make it a 4-on-4 kind of. I mean, there's only one member towards his B side. Obviously, Avant don't know that, but yeah, we are going to see. I think that's actually Texer who's going to push into A main. Not going to see if there's anyone waiting there to execute. Zedski is going to take down Badge, who probably got a little bit too aggressive there. Pays with his life. It's now 4-on-3. Certainly not what I was expecting.
No, Bass sitting here with the whiteout. It's a pretty gun, I'll give it that as well. We're going to see him rotating through to market. The B side pretty covered. Texter gets Dezabel. Well done, the aggressive play onto Palace. Not expected by Dezabel. Does manage to get the tag though. It's going to be a push onto the B site as we see Bass loads up. There's the pick. Zedski down, waiting for Noisier. Bass does not have the right angle, though, to get the shot off, and Noisia is down to the side, picks up Bass, looking for another one. He's watching Market now sink, rotating around behind Cal. The bomb planter gets put down, looking for Noisia, and it's going to be Texter who comes around. Noisia goes down, and GrinnyBankers have won a round again. They're now sitting 15-8.
Yeah, great positioning there by Sync. I will say that. Certainly wasn't... I can't remember who that was coming on the site after Noisia, but certainly wasn't expecting him to be right there, considering Noisia pretty much had full site control. So certainly great game sense there from Sync. Gets GrinnyBankers their 15th round. Tees are going to be able to buy up into this one, but obviously now they can't lose any more rounds whatsoever.
That's exactly right. They need to bring this back for the tie and take us to overtime. It's a long stretch, but in saying that, didn't expect them to win so many rounds in a row to bring this back now to 15-8. Zetsky looking around with his AWP, a beautiful AWP at that. Not going to see anyone. There's no one waiting there at the end of apps for him. No one sitting at Van. Sync's actually waiting for the cross section, and now we see the T's move. It's going to be a push out onto the side. Dezabel out in front. Plenty of tags coming through as they look to establish control. Zetsky gets Sync. Texter gets Calf. Badge on Noisia. SK on Texter. Zetsky replies, picking up Badge. It's going to be 2v3, and there is a sight. SK should have seen him in market there. Hopefully he's not going to fall subject to an easy kill. SK waiting on top of this bomb. It's going to be the push out from Flicks here, looking to try and grab someone. Oh no, flashed out by Dezabel, and Dezabel easy kill there. It's going to be Bass left up. He's escaping, going to hold on to this AWP. A good option for the GrinnyBankers, as they, of course, don't want to drop their economy.
No, and they won't have enough money. I don't think they'll have enough money to buy in this next round anyway, so certainly they'll probably force around this AWP. But yeah, that round almost finished as soon as it started. I mean, there was almost like a meat grinder towards that B site. Certainly, pretty much just Avant coming away with more of a player advantage after that initial gunfight. Those initial gunfights.
Exactly right, and as we see the scoreline now, we head into round 25. The match pause comes out, of course. We're going to just pop the waiting screen on there. Unbelievable work, 15-9. GrinnyBankers still in the lead. I'm not sure if Avant are going to be able to bring this back enough. They've done well to regain some dignity, but Coop, a match win?
Oh, look, Avant certainly eyeing that six rounds. I think GrinnyBankers at this point are just like, we need to get that last round. We need to get that last round. We need, as you can see, they are going to force up into this round because they still have a 6-round lead advantage. And obviously, even if they lose these last 6 rounds, they're going to go straight into overtime. So it's not going to be, it's not like they can lose in regular time from here. But yeah, Avant, 6 rounds to go. Can they do it?
Look, it's going to be hard pressed to put this one away. Avant Garde, they struggled. They really struggled on their own map. We've said that several times now. And, for those that aren't aware, they picked Overpass. They managed to take it 16-14, but every single round was a very big push to try and clinch it. So, as we see, this one come through, it's 15-9, round number 25 coming out. They've got plenty, They've coming off the back of previous rounds, they're going to be able to maybe take this one out if they play it smart. And they need to play as a unit and get their communication up, because that's what's let them down previously, was their communication. But GrinnyBankers are just so strong at the moment. Yeah. They really have done well. I'm disappointed, I think would be the right word, to say that, to see that GrinnyBankers have dropped this game as much as they have in the last few rounds. I certainly thought, they could have taken this away with a massive scoreline. We're talking double-digit round wins. It didn't happen. Avant Garde have done well to bring it back as the match. Oh, it was going to be unpaused, but it's back paused again as we wait for the guys to get ready in this one. I assume this is a tactical pause. As we see the scoreline where it is, it's very important now for GrinnyBankers to get a win, a round win on the board, because if Avant Garde can continue to push them and reset them, they're going to catch up. Yeah, and cause economy pressure as well. That's the other big thing. I mean, just thinking about it now, if Avant win this round, obviously GrinnyBankers go on to another eco. Probably won't be a double eco, but certainly another eco. And then they're probably, after that, only maybe have 2 buys left after this one. So certainly need to get this 16th round on the board. They do. They certainly do. Certainly is our word of the night, Coop. Yes, it is. We're going to be memed about it for about 3 years. Yeah. It's already happening. please meme us on Twitter, guys. Tag us in it at CoopKCS, at Judge Brand. Give us all your memes. Apparently, I sound like the Aussie comment. Do you see those videos on Facebook? The Aussie commentary. I can't remember his name.
Toby one? Uber?
No, not. I mean, we love Uber, but no, not Uber. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna find that out while we wait in this pause. But we're hard pressed to find positivity for Avant Garde right now.
No,
I feel
yeah.
here in our tiny little studio room, it seems very dire.
It does. I think we just saw a little bit of a server glitch come out there. So maybe it is a server issue that we are waiting on, but we will see what happens as we go forward. But yeah, struggling to. I mean, Avant obviously have 7 rounds on the board this half, so certainly putting a good foot forward to try and bring this deficit back, because it is a pretty big deficit. But yeah, they've still got 6 rounds to go. And look, I mean, obviously they are able to do it because they've already got 7 on the board already. But yeah, GrinnyBankers took 2 in that time, so all they need is another one, and they've done.
That's it. And Aussie Men Reviews, thank you for the chat, for putting that one out there. You're right, that's the man I'm thinking of. Aussie Men, yeah. Apparently I sound like him. I am quite a thick Australian accent because of coming from rural South Australia. It's a bit bogan out there. But in saying that, well, right back into it. This could be it. If GrinnyBankers take this round, they have won and are going to be moving on to the final. Decibel waiting here for the smokes. It's a slow push coming from the T side. They're looking to get everything set up and get onto this A side. Big movements coming from the boys out in front. SK and Noisy are looking to get some picks. Texter get some damage down. The HG coming out. Texter's on top of the... Oh my goodness, he almost caught that one. Not going to happen though. Noisy getting the mollies out. And Bass, big pick, taking out Zedski.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what Avant's doing here. They're kind of just stagnated in this AMA. Flicks with a nice 5-7 shot there on Noisia. Texter and Flicks with 2 more kills of their own, and that is 16-9.
That's it. I wasn't able to see any of the action there. That's my bad, guys. I apologise. The camera was not playing nice, but 16-9 is the scoreline. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. As we said, that is going to be it. Avant Garde throwing this one away, 16-9. It was GrinnyBankers' map, but Avant Garde didn't do well on their own map, dropping that 16-14. 14. Oh my goodness, 16-4. That's huge. No, 16-14. And so that's going to be it from us here. My name's Judge. I'm joined by the gorgeous and beautiful Coop K. We have had the beautiful Elfish Hat join us on stream tonight. But we're done. That's it. No more games for us tonight. We're going to go have some dinner and go to bed. Well, I'm going to have a second helping of dinner. I'm quite hungry. And we're going to head off. Thank you so much, Coop, for coming in today. It has been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for sticking by as we struggle to get through what was certainly a rusty cast and a stop-start best of 3. But nevertheless, if you did enjoy something from tonight, even if it's the fact that you get to meme us, hit follow down below. And if you really love us, make sure you interact with us on Twitter and stuff. We love hearing from you guys, even if it's for some criticism. We're always looking to improve. But that's it. Thank you very much. Catch you later.
Catch you later, guys.
Have a good night.